Morning, Robert. Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. Got a bit of a late start this morning. I should have put Sunday morning coffee and breakfast with ATO. What's up, Huggy? Adam, Al, what's happening, guys? The pigeons are loose, Huggy. Damien, what's going on? Oh, that's hot. How's it going, Rex? Oh, yeah. Usually when I'm going solo, I really like to get these lives started at I guess around 7:30, but I'm usually up way before that. But I fell down a little rabbit hole last night on the internet, and well, I was up late. Because of all that craziness that happened yesterday. I was basically trying to find out what went down and what happened and all that, and sure enough, most of the news outlets were blocked in my country because of our bullshit laws up here. Trying to protect us from misinformation. Finding news on social media can be tough up here. So whenever I was clicking links trying to find, oh, this is blocked in your country, this is blocked in your country. What's up, Leon? No problem, Adam. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I do need to get a VPN. Wow, that was fast. I didn't even see that guy's comment pop up and he's already gone. It must have been something special. Good job, Robert. Yeah, and then when I woke up this morning, I was talking with Z. We had was having another issue with his shipping. Thoughts on Trump shooting? You know what? I'll touch this one. It's unfortunate that the democratic process has come to a point where instead of propping somebody up or tearing somebody down on their merits, it's been okay to go around smearing people in ways that just aren't true. Smear campaigns and all that stuff. And when you've got people talking about people being Nazis and going really hard on the other people, it becomes a problem, because while you're doing that, trying to make the other guy look bad and make you look good, all you're doing is creating hate. And this is what happens. You get to a point where, now I'm not going to go my full conspiracy hat theory on this, but I will say this. Not just America or Canada. It's all NATO countries have gotten to a point where everyone is gone batshit crazy over whose side they're on, and the bullshit going back and forth between it. All they're doing is creating hate. And if you buy into that, all these people talking about sheep this, sheep that, regardless of what side you're on, if you're buying into that shit, you're a sheep. If you're coming out here and you're bashing people and going after people nonstop just because of whatever side they happen to sit on, you're a sheep. It's just sheep. People need to wake up in the morning and realize that being good to each other is important. Being generous to each other is important. Moving forward as a country is important. Sitting back, having these pissing matches is doing nothing for the country. It's doing nothing for the world. It's a shame, and it's disgusting. And really, we shouldn't be supporting anybody who's out there doing their best to tear other parties, other people doing anything down. If anybody should be doing anything, the true leader that anybody should be voting for is the one that's trying to bring the country together, not separate it. I'm done for the politics today. Hey, Mikey's up early. If that's what's getting going, buddy, you should check out my OnlyFans. Liam Jones, I'm always up for jokes. Let him rip, buddy. Brian McGregor, what's up? Ariki, my pleasure, buddy. Mahir, hello from India, hello from Canada, my friend. What's my OnlyFans? It's called Fat Guy in a Little Shirt. Go looking for it, you'll find it. It is pretty good, buddy. Got a little bit of toasted bread on there with some chicken breast, some bacon bits, some Swiss cheese. Delicious stuff. Sorry to ruin your fun, Liam. And catch me next Sunday. Hit that like and subscribe button. Oh, man. What noise are you hearing, Robert? Oh, here, maybe I can... Is that any better for the background noise? You still hearing it? Oh, Noisebox. Hey, Noisebox is in here. And Jeff, too. Hey, what's going on, guys? Simon. Behind the eye patch. Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't see you came in. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, buddy? Almost finished the sandwich, guys. Almost finished the breakfast. Then we'll get down to chatting and... Music Vibes 5. How you doing, buddy? Is it spinning for anyone else? What are we talking about here? Am I locked up? Uh-oh. Oh, weird. Everything seemed pretty smooth. The chat was rolling. Everything was great on my end. Yeah, Jeff, I went live. We went live together, Rex and I. It was a lot of fun. Morning, Jack. Yeah, my conspiracy hat always comes on. As soon as I start talking politics, that's when I start having all kinds of problems on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I get demonetized. I start having a bad connection. They were a little bit slow though. I got her done quick this time. I'm sure they'll demonetize me though for that. Leon, I would happily retire this one for one of yours, my friend. Oh man. Yeah, I was shooting some PFS with Rex last night, Hoggy. It was pretty crazy. I got to talking with Rex in the morning, and I was like, "Hey Rex, you want to go live?" He's like, "I can't right now." He said, "But I'm going to go live a little bit later, and it's going to be my 100th show." He said, "Do you want to join me on my channel?" I'm like, "Yep, let's do it." And we got to talking a little bit about PFS, and sure enough, I'm like, "Okay, dude, I got to stop talking." I went down to the shop and I made one, and we did some shooting with it yesterday, and I was kind of surprised. I did far better than I thought I was going to do. Oh, cool. Thanks, Emily. Oh, okay. You guys work it out. Shades, what's going on, buddy? I gotta tell you, Shades, I'm actually getting a little bit nervous. That package that I sent you is not coming. It's freaking me out a little bit. It's been a while now. I think it's what, 3 weeks. I think we're in now, maybe a month. If it doesn't get there in a week or so, I'm gonna make it right. Okay, buddy. I'll be a little bit disappointed because I sent a couple of extras in there for you, but if it doesn't show up, I'm going to make it right. Can you see Benny back there? I got a video actually. I should be releasing it today at some point. I just got to get the what do you call it? The thumbnail done. Once the thumbnail's done, I'll post it up. But I was out there shooting a natty, having some fun, and Fortnite was just being okay. Somebody get rid of this Fortnite gamer. It's a perfect name for such a little douchebag that sits in his basement whacking off with his little cheesy fingers in his mom's basement. Toss him out of here. Thank you. Oh man, sorry guys. The patience was a little low today. Yeah, I was rabbit holing on the internet last. You could have brought her. Whatever. Who cares? I think she was talking about Fortnite, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh well. Sorry, Jessica. Yeah. What am I drinking this morning? This morning I am drinking a new coffee in an ATO mug. This coffee is what the hell is it called again? Burnt something. It's a Canadian made or Canadian roasted coffee with South American beans and some beans somewhere else. I don't know where they're from, but it's really, really damn good. Comes in a whole bean. I grind it up. Yeah, it's nice stuff. What's up, Track? Yeah, just straight up black coffee. Stuff is fantastic. Really good. Hey, what are you doing down there? Give me that. There we go. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't know this noise box, but you know when you go to the grocery store and you buy whole beans and the thing is vacuum sealed shut, that is usually a sign of old beans, unfortunately. When you first or fresh roast your beans, and you put it, let's say, into a mason jar or something, and you clamp it and you close it down, when you open it up, it'll sound like a Pepsi can. It'll go tss, because as it's inside that jar, it releases like some CO2 and it does its thing and it comes out really, really nice. And well, hey, get off you, get down, all the way. Thank you. Okay, here, you want to chew on this? Here, chew on this. Have fun. But they should actually make that little noise. If you've got air in the bag, that's the one that you get. If you find the one that's actually sucked in and just kind of locked in place, and it doesn't let go of any CO2, those are usually old beans. Have I tried Black Rifle coffee? Yeah, I've tried Black Rifle. Pretty damn good. I tried the Canadian as fuck, and what was the other one I tried? I can't remember the other one I tried, but it was good. I'm a dark roast guy. I like a dark roast. The Canadian as fuck was a light roast coffee, and I was like, nah, it was all right. It was good, but hey, Mo, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, you like eating beans, eh? Well, you know what? I've had chocolate covered coffee beans before, and they're freaking delicious. Yeah, that's the best noise box when you can get local roast. We used to have a guy out here. It was probably the best coffee I've ever had. It was called. His name was called the Majestic Bean, and he used to get this coffee from Burundi in Africa, and he would roast them here, and he had specific measurements of how much water, how many grams of ground coffee to make a batch. And my God, it was freaking awesome. And if you wanted to grind it at home, he would sell it to you. Hey, what are you doing? Freaking dog's a retard. Anyway, the stuff is fantastic, but I think COVID took him out. I don't know if he's not around anymore or what, but he had some of the best coffee. Well, actually, it was the best coffee I've ever had. All right, what have I missed here? Have I tried Blackout coffee? Very good coffee. No, I haven't tried it yet, Rex. Whoop. Track, no, I haven't seen your video yet, but I will check it out some point today when I have some time. Yeah, Canadian CAF is pretty good. It's not bad at all. Benny. Hey, hold on. So I changed my curtain out of my Catchbox yesterday. And I had the old curtain just sitting up here, and I'm like, I'm going to do something with it later on. I'll see if I can cut some small pieces out there and put it in that other one, or save it for the leather one, so I don't lose too much, or I can save a little bit of extra cash. And Benny's like super interested in it, and he's sitting there tearing it up. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he's grabbing things and shaking it, grabbing things and shaking it. I'm like, what are you doing? He's seized. Look at him. He's trying to get it back again. But I go and I unfold it, and I look inside, and there was a wasp nest inside of it. They all seem to be dead, all crispy and dead in there, but he's out there trying to pull them out and eat them. Little weirdo. Munching pancakes with butter and maple syrup. Sweet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. He's a good little pup. He's just into everything all the time. Have you ever had coffee made from animal poop? I saw it in Bali. Nope. I think that's what do they call it? Kapilua or something like that. It's like these coffee beans that get eaten by this animal, and he craps them out, takes them out and makes it. Hey, thanks, Music Vibes. Appreciate you. Do I know what a hold-in is? No, I don't. But thank you very much, Brick. My wife and I fight over YouTube this morning. She knows I watch ATO in the mornings. Oh, no. I don't want to be a home wrecker track. Happy wife, happy life. Remember that. You want to go inside, big boy? Okay, I'll let you in. Hold on. Where about in Quebec am I? I don't want to give away too much, Damien, but I'm near the Montreal area. I'm not shaming him too much. Sometimes he's a handful. It's a really good Australian car brand. Oh, wow. Never even heard of it. Host, please support me. I'll try to do what I can, but I can't do it during the live, okay? I'll check you out a little bit later. Music Vibes. I wonder how they found that out. Who was the first guy to test the Poo Bean coffee? I don't know, man. That was a brave dude. That guy was desperate for some caffeine, though. I'll tell you that much. You know, Brick, the very good motors in them, eh? Cool. Are they nice-looking cars, too, or are they just like a functional car? Unless you're a Ford guy. Found on road dead. Yep. Yeah, me either, buddy. Mike, I am not drinking any poo coffee. Although, if it tastes like this, I might. Well, I love to stick around, but my reception here is dog crap. Catch you all in the next one. All right, take care, Billy T. Sorry about the connection, bud. I'm really far back, I think. My wife and son are in, I don't even know where that is. Never even heard of it. So should we go to ATO? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out a little bit later. It's interesting. I like seeing some cars. When I went over to Germany and Switzerland back in 2001, and hit France a little bit too. But when I was over there, I found that they had a lot of cars that were over there with different signs, but were made by American companies. They didn't have the same signs or symbols on them, and they actually had different motors in them, even though they were the same model car. It was kind of weird. The Chevy SS and the new GTOs here in the US were, oh wow. Whole new meaning to dark roast. Hey, good morning, Cross. How you doing? Mr. Rob's in the house. How's the pickle fork coming along, ATO? Well, I went live with Rex yesterday, and I shot a pickle fork for the first time. And you know that one I sent out for the members, for the VIPs. I did a little video of me trying out that other fork that was 70 millimeters, but the gap was quite large. Well, yesterday I made a pickle fork, a legit one. Actually, for the purists, it's not legit. The gap between the forks of mine was 14 millimeters, not 12. But it's pickle forky enough for me. And we went out and did some shooting with it yesterday. And wow, I can dig it. I'm liking pickle fork. It's fun. And it didn't do too badly either. We're doing pretty good here. We got 43 people rolling in here. Nice. It's just over the river from Ottawa. Oh, so you're in like the Hull area, somewhere around there. Okay. Yeah, Rob, I heard you. I saw in the chat yesterday with Rex there that you got 5 rabbits or something like that, and that was with which frame? Tell me about it, bro. He was drilling, man. Don't be honest. Well, we started off with the can, and then we went down to a 40 mil flipper because I hit my carabiner and I broke it. I used a carabiner inside of one of those little can crushers that Sniper Sling sells, and or can killers or whatever he called them. I can't remember what he called them, but yeah, we were shooting those. And I busted it, so I had no choice in the live to shoot some 40 mil flippers, and I was getting some 2s and 3s in a row with that, so I was pretty happy. It was the Falcon. Yeah, you know what? Like, no joke, that Falcon, as simple of a design it is a really nice slingshot. It holds really well. It shoots really well. I gotta pull mine out of the box and get back out and do some shooting with that thing again. I'll do that on the next live. I think I'll bust out the Falcon and have some fun in the Catchbox back there. Yeah, same as us too. We got to wait till September. Oh, you know what, Rob? It's nice enough. Like mine was a very simple wood one. I think when Tim was just starting out, and I got it on a trade. I sent him a the hell was it called? The Beagle R for a trade for it, and I did some shooting with it. Really liked his frame, and now I kind of wish I would have gotten one in my Carta or something, or I don't know. I want a nicer one now. What's the weirdest gun I've ever shot? The weirdest gun I ever shot was a grease gun. And I'm not talking about one that shoots grease. I'm talking one that shoots bullets. We have the same nose. Huh. Yeah, I got to shoot all kinds of fun stuff when I was a kid. Things have changed, but yep. So I brought out a few things to shoot today. I got a I got the old standby. Got this little bad boy, the Aries from Prime Fork. Yeah, I believe so. They were a World War II gun. Actually, on the same day, I shot a grease gun and a Bren gun at the same time. Well, not at the exact same time, but within minutes of each other. It was a lot of fun. I also got Spitfire. Haven't shot this in a while. Gonna get some shots through this little bad boy. But I think first, we're going to start off with this series from Prime Fork catapults again. I want to get a few more shots through the through this frame and see how it feels. Before I get the review done, I got to get a few more shooting sessions in it with it. See if I can get it dialed in. Love from Kurdistan. Thank you very much, Mr. Dada. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love this thing. I could come out here now and pour myself a nice fresh coffee every now and then. And I just need to get some stickers on that pot. Need more go-go juice. Fill her up, Jeff. Fill her up, buddy. Yeah, so I'm super excited to get that little care package from Hillbilly Slings and Wares. That I've been dreaming about that Mega Billy for the last little while, and I just can't wait to get some shots through that thing. What the hell happened there? Okay, it's behind me. Yeah. Where did I have my cup? My coffee cup done? I did it through a company called Teespring. That's where all my merch is being done at the moment. I do have some a bunch of stuff that you can buy directly off there. I decided to go this route with Spring only because I just don't have time to be running back and forth in the to the post office, or Pure Later, or UPS, FedEx, all those places. I just don't have the time to be running back and forth to do that, and I don't want to have people waiting for their orders. I don't think that's a professional way to do it. When I found out that Teespring will handle all that stuff for you, and they'll ship it directly right from their place, so I actually don't handle any of the materials at all. I figured that was probably the best way to go, yeah, and that's that. So I went that route. We'll see how it goes. If it works out. There was a couple of things I got. I got some samples in that I wasn't really happy with, so I scrapped them. I didn't like how the print would stick to the shirt, so I scrapped them. I did have another couple of other ones that I'm pretty happy with, like the coffee cup. I'm extremely happy with the new shirts, the new t-shirts that I got done with the new logo, with this logo. Came out fantastic. It's in the wash today. I was going to wear it today and, you know, sport the ATO merch, but I dropped the ball on it this time. But I got a few more things to work out. I got a sticker coming, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm in the works and talking with somebody for making an ATO pouch, an ATO style pouch, something that I like. We're going to put the logo on it and all that stuff. And once I've got the pouch completely designed, I have a very strong idea of what I like. But once I have the pouch designed, I'm going to order a whack load of them, and I'm going to get some stickers in, and I'll probably pop those up, and then I'll ship those out from my place. I'll just have to take it easy, Brick. I'll just have to you know, pick like a 1 day a week type thing and just start mailing them out. I think that's something I'll be able to ship reasonably cheap in a little envelope of some kind. I'll get like a little ATO foldable card, and I'll tape the pouches in and ship them out. I'm hoping to have two different types of models. One will be like a microfiber, and the other one will be a Rue leather pouch. But that's the plan. We'll see what comes out of it. I still got some work to do getting all that settled in. But once that's done and designed, and I get some samples in and I see how they are, then we'll go forward with it. We originally had, back in the day, I used to really like shooting the Warrior Mongol pouches. Hold on, let me get you down here a little bit. Tired of staring up at you. Yeah, I used to really like the Warrior Mongol pouches, but they're not available anymore. And there was a very small tweak that I wanted to do to a Warrior Mongol pouch. And that, anyway, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to give away too much there, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's going to be pretty nice. I think if we can get those settled, I think you guys will like them if you're interested in trying them out. And yep, it all depends if I can just get them, get the price good enough, I guess, a fair enough price, and then we'll see where I'll go from there. If not, I'll just send them out as gifts. Mikey, I made a 100-meter shot with electric white, 5.55 taper, 22 to 14. Holy smokes, that's a crazy shot. That's a crazy shot, dude. Gotta run to the gas station. All right, I'll catch you later, buddy. Yeah, so it should be interesting. I've got some plans. I got some ideas. I just got to figure out a way I can do it where I'm not a slave to the post office, because I really don't have that much time. Will I have pit pouches to start off? Probably not. I think the pit pouches, though, there's so many of them out there at this point that are good. I don't think if I ended up making a batch of them that it would really be worth it. They would be pretty much the same thing. I mean, the pit pouch, I don't really have much more to offer on those. They're pretty much designed as good as they're going to get. Besides having a little ATO logo on them, that would be it. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. It should be fun. Yeah. All right, guys. You got to tell me. Steph Curry, what's going on? Has anybody or any of you seen that new Sniper Sling pickle fork? I think he calls it the S-Scope. That thing is so damn sexy. Yep, I'm using the S word for a slingshot. But my goodness, you have it? So what's the stream about? We're just bullshitting about everything. We're a bunch of slingshot people here. We like to shoot slingshots. And yeah, I'll probably be shooting in a little bit, but didn't he just release it like like 2 days ago, Steph Curry? You trolling me here, buddy? It's titanium and it's cool looking. Yes, it is. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I got to get my hands on one of those so bad. It's going to be freaking awesome. I haven't seen the S Mole yet. The S Ace is I have one of those, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting. I gotta get one of those S scopes. That thing is so freaking nice, man. I got it the day it released, but I can't tell how good it how. Oh. My missus just made a cup of tea. You're not a tea fan, Shades? Isn't that like sacrilege over in the UK? Yeah, I gotta check out the S Mole, Adam. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's pretty damn cool. I keep getting cool frames, but I haven't shot them. Hey, Hillbilly, did you get one of those Python Aries? You ordered one of those, right? I'll do. Oh no. You know what, Damien? I had a couple of tips a while back when I was learning how to shoot. I was learning how to shoot long draw. Shane MacArthur was telling me that I should, when I'm holding my ball back. I know a lot of people hold the ammo slightly different. You know, they pull back, they do their thing, but I hold my thumb, shooting pickle fork exactly like I would hold a pouch normally, but I give it a rotation. And when I'm pulling back, I don't know if I can do this. I need to have a ball in there. Hold on. All right. See if I can get this to show up properly. So when I hold my ball, I do a pivot. So I always hold my pouch so I can open it. It stays open when I'm getting ready to shoot. But now all I do is I pinch one side slightly, just like that, a tiny little speed bump. And when I'm pulling back on my draw, I pull back way back here. And another thing I've done, because I had a problem I was worried about when I was shooting long draw. See if I can show you this. When I was shooting long draw, when I pull back here, or all the way back or all the way forward, I was good. Like I lock it in when my arm hits my bicep, I turn my head and I take my shot. All this in between area, that was causing me all kinds of problems when I was trying to shoot long draw, and I quit that. When I started just doing that little bit of a tweak, and you could feel it in your hand in the pouch, when all of a sudden, like when I hold the pouch, I'm a ball holder, so my pouch always looks open. But when I do my twist, my pouch starts to close. You see that? And then I just put a little bit of weight on my thumb. That's all I do. and you see how my pouch winds up after? See how it looks like that? That's all the tweak I do. And that sails it right over. I'm not talking like I'm a pro here, but this is what I've done, and I did it on my first day, and I had a lot of success. I never had a frame hit, never had a fork hit, never had anything like that. I just gave it that slight little speed bump. I locked it in at my bicep, which had the bands coming right across the top of my eye here with a very slight speed bump, and I was sailing it right over. And within, I guess, the hour and a half or so of practicing, I went from shooting cans to shooting a 40 mil flipper. The Aries Python is en route. Dude, I am so jealous. I got to get one of those so badly, and I have a feeling by the time I'm able to afford one of those, it's going to be gone. Vomit, what's up? Omega Gods, I need a Vinix. Yeah. Well, hit up Omega Slings. Maybe they have them. If not, hit up Harley. He's always got some stuff going on. Yeah, that was close, man. I thought they were gonna raffle away your your Aries. I was like, oh no, I even jumped on that one on that one, Rick. I'm like, no, he's talking about the Picklebilly, not the Aries. That was crazy. I had your back on that one, buddy. Cool, Abe. Head on over there, get yourself a cup of coffee. You know what? I'll have one with you two here. We'll pour one right now. I even brought the whole pot out with me here. Look at that. Oh, we're starting to run low. This might be the last one, guys. I am definitely going to need to get some stickers on this thing. I'm back. What did I miss? Well, not really much. There was a squirrel. There was a bird. I'm still here. That's it. Do you guys? Yeah, I always do. Actually, usually when you're out, when you're in your draw and you're just like a little, like someone's plucking a guitar string real quick and stopping, that's usually it's starting to let go at the pouch. And you gotta either, sometimes you gotta bring them back real quick, but sometimes you could also get another bunch of shots out of them. It's different. It's tricky. But yeah, I've heard it. It's sketchy. Hey, Lone Wolf, never a problem, buddy. It's always good to see you, my friend. Is Andy in here? I didn't see him. Andy Lowe? Where's Benny? Benny went inside. He was asking to go in. Now he's just staring. He asked to go in. Now he's just staring at the window looking at me. So he probably wants to come back out, but we're not going to play that game. Carbureting to coffee is the way to go. Yes, sir. Waiting for the lid to fall off. No, this guy screws on, buddy. This is high quality stuff right here. Look at this. Whoop. You got to lock that puppy in. See, it's even got gaskets and everything. Stainless steel. Huh? Amazon. It's Amazon gold right there, my friend. Yeah, Jeff, no joke. I've got one of those monster stainless steel things that holds like I don't know, something like 2 liters of water, and I've got that thing covered in stickers. And I have another one too, a small Nalgene, 1 liter, liter and a half, I think, of Nalgene that I carry with me every single day to work, covered. And I don't even have one of my own stickers on there yet. Andy Lowe, what's going on, buddy? Oh, he's on his other screen name. Andy the Humbler. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to take some shots now. I've got the handshakes from some coffee, and yeah, I think it's time. It's time to take some shots. Let's take some shots. Let's get this thing settled up, set up. What the hell? There we go. I went down by the Catchbox, by the big old drum, and I had to change the curtain, like I was talking about when I was making fun of my dog there. But I pulled out all of this. This is a bunch of ammo that I found. Did that thing blow up? Oh no, we're okay. I found a bunch of ammo that was just lying in the grass and everything like that. So I've got them sitting in some vinegar. We're gonna clean those up, get all the rust off of them, and then anyway, we should be back on track. But here, I'll show you this. The ones that I had in that Catchbox were as bad, that I have in my hand were as bad as those. But take a look. These have all been cleaned up with the vinegar, just 24 hours sitting in vinegar, and you come outside and you give them a little shake from time to time. And yeah, they're kind of like a gray color, but all I do is I throw them into the sink. I separate them. Whoop, there we go. I separate them from the what do you call it? From the vinegar, and I rinse them out in a water bath, in a sink, with water with some calcium bicarbonate. What do you call that crap? Anyway, it just neutralizes the vinegar that may be inside here. Give them a good soap and water, rinse them off, clean them, give them the dip, and I throw them into the oven on a baking sheet just to heat out any of the. Oh, did we lose sound here? We ended up putting them in there just to clear out all the water that may or may not be in there, and it solved the problem. Baking soda, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, Lone Wolf. You know what? I was gonna start with this guy, but I think I'm gonna start with the with this one, Spitfire. It's been a while since I shot this guy, and we gotta get some shots through it. So, all right, first shots of the day. Hopefully, I don't stink it up too bad, and you guys don't make fun of my mom and stuff. But here we go. Oof. Man, this I might have cut these bands a little short somehow. They're really tight. Yeah, really tight. I can't even get my arm out all the way for some reason. Okay, we're coming closer. We're dialing her in. Bands are stretching out a little bit. Yeah, sailing right under there, stinking it up a little. No big deal. Lawn looks good to me. It could use some work. It could use some grass actually. It's more of a weed mess than anything. Soda crystals and tinfoil, clean silver coins. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. We're stinking it up today. Haven't shot this frame in a while, though, but... Okay, I see what I was going wrong. This one should be a hit. Getting some bounce outs there. You guys seeing that? It's not good at all. Wow. There we go. There we go. That took a while, but we're on target now. Had to figure some things out. This leather pouch is very, very stiff. This might be one I'm going to wet form. Sacrifice some ammo. Sacrifice an ammo in there. See if we can get that figured out. Hey, Rebooted, what's going on? Yeah, I could blame it on the pickle fork. I've been messing around with too many different styles and shooting back here, and then all going back to my anchor point feels weird. Can you put lacquer over a cured BLO? I really don't know. Yeah, it's going pretty heavy, man, pretty fast. These bands, I made a mistake. I think I cut them a little short. I didn't notice. But the yeah, I'm getting crazy bounce outs. It's nuts. I'm wondering if my curtain hasn't unraveled and gone back a little bit. What I got to do in the other Catchbox, I tied up the ends and I pulled it across through the little rivets that were in there, and I just brought it through and I tied it to the fence, and that worked pretty damn good. In this one, I have it tie wrapped to a rod, but it's a little bit long, so I think I might actually be up against the backstop with that one, and that's why I'm getting those bounce outs. As long as I hit that flipper, we should be good. So I'll try not to miss. If I hit low, I don't get any bounce outs. So maybe we'll just go for that 12mm flipper. There we go. I just caught the top of it on that one. What I'd really like to do is bust some cans out here today, but a little too early for that. 12's getting a beating. Couldn't hit the 25, but we could hit the 12. Funny how that works, eh? Who was I just talking to about that too? It was Rex. But how I switch from a small target to a big target, and then I can't hit the big target for a couple of shots. It's funny how that works. Let's see what I'm missing in the chat here. Yeah, you know what? Jeff, I think you might be on something there. I think the single layer makes a big difference, and I'm about to cut one of the layers off on that one. I think it might be a little heavy, so it's bouncing back. I was actually surprised at the weight of the big one. It takes the shots pretty well in the big Catchbox, but in the smaller one, I think it's a little heavy. I might cut one of those off, or just split them in half and have two. Because if it's a little bit too heavy and it doesn't move with the shot, you end up wearing it out too fast. And that causes all kinds of issues. I think what I might do today, I gotta get some videos. Hey, our bunny's back. It's my dog's best friend. He sits there on the deck, stares at him, and makes these crazy noises. But this rabbit's survival instincts are not the best. He hangs out in the backyard all the time. When I let my dog down, sometimes I don't see him. He's like under the tree here or something, but my dog could smell him. So when I let him down on the leash, he comes running down, and the rabbit just freezes. He doesn't go anywhere. And my dog got really, really close to him last time. Then he almost had a snack. I can't really fault him for being the dog, but I really don't want him coming back here, coming back to the house with a mouthful of rabbit. My wife will freak out. Yeah, we're getting some crazy bounces there. Maybe we'll move on down to the grass and do some shooting on there until I can get this guy figured out. I don't want to completely chew through the curtain before I get it set up properly. I thought it would have been okay, but I guess not. I guess it unraveled. But we are dialing in this Spitfire pretty nice. Yeah, we're getting hits and getting bounce outs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run in real quick, grab some shoes. We'll head on down to the grass and shoot the big Catchbox. Sounds like a plan. Beef curtains. Yeah, and they really don't want you shooting steel at those things, let me tell you. All right, I'm gonna go grab some shoes, and we'll take this party down to the big Catchbox. I'll have a little bit more fun down there. Give me 2 seconds, guys. No. Just because you see me put my shoes on doesn't mean you're going to stay. All right, last sip of coffee. I gotta do a fun shot Friday one day and band up this bad boy and see if we can get some shots on a flipper. Would you guys be down to see that? We call it the zucchini shot. And oh, there we go. All right, now we're good and set up now. Got a big pile of ammo. I think you got a better view too from up here. It's not as dark. Whew. Man, see that? Went from hitting a 12mm flipper, now we can't hit a 40. It's crazy. And slightly embarrassing. There we go. Am I farther back than normal? For some reason, I got to aim at the top of the target. It's weird. Now we're shooting over it. Whatever. It's gonna be that kind of day. How did I connect the iPad? It's freaking my eyes. It's so small. Instead of cutting the curtains, Mark, I just pushed the back layer and tacked it with a couple of small wood screws. You just held it up, I guess. Interesting. I might try that. When in doubt, grab the pickle. I might need to do that. Go in there, grab the pickle, and get back to shooting the pickle. Yep. We're gonna switch this up for a second, just to see if it's not. So I'm just not having frame problems here. Yeah, it might be the offset frame. It's got me shooting a little bit lower. They usually do that, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, the offset frame had me tripping. Yeah, my bug game down here is real though. That's the only problem. When you're up there, you're bug free. When you're down here, you get swarmed. Unfortunately. I don't know if I guess I showed some of you guys this. Have you seen this yet? This is the new frame from Prime Fork. It's called the Sirius. Pretty decent frame. I had a little bit of trouble the first time I shot it, but I also had a little bit of a problem with it. When it came, one of the, I guess, you know, that spot in between here, the riv nut was actually a little bit longer. So I think when he drilled his countersunk screws, all of them were good except for this one. This one here is a little bit deeper than the others for some reason. I wonder if his whatever it is he uses for a stopper slipped on him or whatever. And sure enough, one of the holes was a little deep, but it was very tight. So when I tried to correct it, I tried to remove the riv nut and see if I can grind it down a little bit. And it was not moving. It took a long time to get that thing out. I was sweating. But finally, I got it out, grinded it down, put it back together again. Now the clips are holding nice and tightly on the band, so there's no movement or slipping or anything like that. But I noticed right away that when I was, if I could show you here, it almost looked like this. It was like pulling out at the top, and I was, hey, that's kind of weird. And when I looked at it, probably if I took one more shot, that band would have slipped out and hit me in the face. I got lucky that I noticed it. But Teo, what kind of band am I using? The only band, in my opinion, that's Omega Slings. Great stuff. Omega Slings 0.5. These ones I believe are 0.45. The other one I had on there was 0.5, but I'd screwed up and cut them a little bit on the short side, and I can't really get a full extension with my arm which kind of messes me up a little bit, but it is what it is. My fault. It was my fault, and anyway, no big deal. I'll switch those bands up when later on today. I gotta do a band run anyway. I gotta get some bands made. Usually I pre-make like a dozen of them, and oh, I just caught the edge of it. Usually I pre-make about a dozen of them, and I shoot them until they're gone. Then I make another dozen or so. But I've been going through a lot of them lately because I've been doing a lot of shooting. Just about every single day, whenever I can, I come outside, I grab my Aries, and I pump a whole bunch of shots through them, kick some ass with it. I absolutely love that frame. Probably, I'm going to say this is probably the you know, the like frames that you could use for right hand or left hand hold. It's probably one of the best frames like that ever made. Center handle frames. I absolutely love it. It's small, nice and light. Everything locks into place. You get really up close to the forks. Shoots well. It looks awesome. Let's try a 30. Let's get that orange one. There we go. That yellow wasp. Not shooting like that. That was terrible. What are my thoughts on GZK Green or TheraBand Gold? I used to shoot GZK Green like crazy. Then they did something. They changed the recipe because the elongation changed, and I ended up having a lot of weird breakages at the fork end and all over the place. Sometimes I would pull back, and it wasn't just one roll either. I would pull back, and I had a whole bunch of little pinholes in it. At that point, I skipped on them and never went back. TheraBand Gold. TheraBand, I've done some testing on TheraBand, and I will say this. You can get decent speeds at a TheraBand. I did a speed test on it. I was getting 300 feet per second with it, which is pretty nice. It was fast. It shot well. The draw was heavy. You have to keep in mind that TheraBand Gold is probably somewhere around 0.6, 0.65. So shooting 8mm steel with that heavy band, with modern elastics like Omega Slings or Sniper Sling or Falcon or BSB, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You get much more efficient and much more speed with a way lighter band and draw. So I think for the time, TheraBand was very, very good. I think as for today, there are many other options out there that can kick its ass. Many options out there that'll kick its ass. But there's those who have developed their accuracy with that elastic. And in my opinion, if you're able to shoot like a star with whatever it is you're shooting, then don't mess with the recipe, man. Stick with it. GZK Green is power, man. Special 0.7. Oh yeah, for sure. What I'm shooting right now, this is 0.45. What I was shooting earlier on was 0.5. I want to try Sniper Sling Black. I hear that they're changing, they're doing some fixing on it because people were getting a lot of breakages on it. But by far, Sniper Sling Black is the fastest bands I've ever tested. Precise 0.65. Mateo asks here, what type of bands would you recommend for hunting birds and thicknesses? What about precise 0.65? When it comes to hunting, I always recommend to don't worry about band life, but worry more about performance. The best way to deliver a kill shot is having a good speed and a good comfortable speed, and That's what I would say is, if you can, in my case, if I was going to be hunting small birds like grouse or anything like that, in that case, I shoot best with 0.5 bands, but I would tune them to the max, get a good 300 something feet per second with them. With a small bird like a pigeon, shit like that, I wouldn't worry about going too heavy with my ammo. I would just shoot 8mm steel and go for headshots. But for anything bigger like rabbits or squirrels, it would be minimum 9.5mm steel. Although you could take them out with whatever, and with a larger band, but I would probably go 0.6 or 0.7 with those. That's just my opinion. Everyone else does what they want to do with their own things, but that's what I would do. I used to love the smell of original TheraBand Gold. TheraBand Gold was the best smelling elastic ever. Actually, I think it is still. I ordered some pre-made GZK online. First 3 I tried, all snapped about ½ an inch from the pouch. Didn't bother trying the other colors. I was always a GZK orange guy. I liked the orange better than the green. The speeds were pretty similar. They were about 10 to 15 feet per second slower. I think I got 300. It was like 320 feet per second short draw. I can't remember the numbers off the hand exactly, but it was like 320 feet per second. And I shot that. That was pretty good. Does draw length, band thickness determine band thickness? Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Let me finish this one first. Yeah, the yellow I actually preferred to the green. The draw length was the draw was lighter, and it got very similar speeds. I was still getting over. I think it was like 300. It might have been 310. I got with the orange, which is more than enough speed. And the band length was life was better. In my opinion, the orange was a better band. But keep this in mind: I haven't shot any GZK elastic in quite some time. Does draw length? Yeah, it does. I don't know any long draw shooters that shoot 0.7. I don't know any. Pulling a really heavy band all the way out like that is very, very difficult. A lot of people are getting, more than enough speed shooting 0.5 or 0.45 with long draw. I don't and shooting 9.5mm or 3/8 steel. So yes, I would say draw length does determine band thickness in some ways. Short draw, I don't think it really makes a difference, but it just depends on what you want to get out of your bands. Now, keep this in mind: just because you have you shoot 8mm steel, it doesn't mean you should go to 0.7 bands using a heavy taper. The 0.5 will still shoot faster than that. Oh, take care, Mike. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hey, Tarson, we're just chatting, doing a little bit of shooting. I'm doing a little bit of sticking it up. You know how it goes. How old are you? I'm 49 years old. I know I look older with all this gray hair, but that's marriage and work. I'm going to try to hit 150 meters. Holy smokes, Track, you're out of control, buddy. Do you have that much property where you can like hack a shooting lane all the way down to 150 meters? Good morning, Mark. That shirt you had yesterday, what are the sizes like? I like them. Loose, so what's... So I was going to do a 2X. They're spot on or a bit... No, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The one I was wearing yesterday was a 3X. I had a little bit of extra room in it, but it was pretty comfortable. Have you noticed if Omega green or white lasts longer? No, I haven't really noticed a difference really in either of them. It's kind of weird because in the 0.5, I prefer the white to the green, but in the 0.45, I prefer the green to the white. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to choose which one's which. The 0.7 in the white is fantastic. The 0.7 and 5 and the 0.7 are actually pretty close. It seems weird that the thicker the elastic, you notice the draw weight less. It's weird. What's the maximum distance that TheraBand Gold can be used for hunting birds? Well, it depends on your accuracy, dude. It's not about the bands, it's about how well you shoot them. When I tested TheraBand Gold, I was shooting 8mm steel around 300 feet per second. It was just around that mark, so like 295, 300. It was really, really good. Really good speeds for 8mm steel. 9.5, I was shooting it around the 265 mark, which is more than enough. Now, if you can make a shot at 20, 30 meters with that and drop some critters, then by all means, that would. But you have to keep in mind is you have to keep in mind that it's not about how far your stuff can shoot, how far your gear can shoot. It's what distance you can make an ethical shot. That's what comes into that, and that goes with all hunting. So, yeah, I could shoot a bow. My bow will go 80, 90 yards, maybe even 100 yards or more, but I could only really hit things at around 40 yards, 45 yards, really accurately. After that, it's a disaster. Creedster, what's going on? Nothing much going on. We're just doing a little shooting today. Actually, I just got to reload. The old magnet's kind of done. And I watched the live you did with Chuck and Clay, Slinging Clay. He was using orange rubber balls. Did he ever send you the Amazon link for those? No, he didn't. I'll shoot a message off to Andy and see if I can get that out. 190 meters or 200 meter band length for hunting ostriches. That's crazy. Yeah. 2mm bands, long draw with a 1/2 inch steel. That's great. Got a finished trip planned today. I wanted to stop by and say hi. Oh, very cool, man. I just got precise cyan color, 0.4, and it's great. Oh, very cool. I haven't tried that yet. Haven't tried that at all. I gotta give those a try. I know I tried a few bands from the Precise website. We tried the Silenziate, which actually were pretty decent. I got a point. Is it 0.5 that I bought? 0.5 and 0.6 that I got of Silenziate. Those were pretty good. I tried the Jinpu. Can't stand them. I find them absolute garbage. Couldn't get. There were another band that I just had a hard time getting any kind of longevity out of them. And I shouldn't be having to make bands every 200 shots. Like, that does not make any sense at all. Like, just to give you an idea, guys, this set is the same set that I shot in that live. They're still going strong. They're still shooting well. No problems at all. I mean, I've got no damage on them at all. Nothing. I've got maybe 300 shots through this thing so far, and they're still going strong. The freaking bands still look clean. You can see just around the pouch, they're starting to get a little dirty there, but no problems. And I've got plenty of speed with decent longevity. I don't need to. With the gym. Oh, Track, you like the Jinpu bands? Yeah, they're not for me. Maybe they're better. They're better for people who shoot long draw than for people who shoot short draw. For short draw, to get the speed out, for me, the speed and the draw weight don't match. I can get the same speed with less draw weight, which makes me more accurate out of other bands. This is why I don't trust touch Jinpu, and I had a longevity problem because I had to come too close to maxing them out to get a decent speed out of them. But that's the best part about sling shooting that I like, is it's all about finding the pattern that works for you. The bands, the pouch, the frame, the style, all of these things come together, and you put it all together, and there you go. You got what works for you. And there's no two things There's no two things that'll work perfectly for every single person, and that's the damn truth. I've had so many comments, you know, when I post up something, I'm like, yeah, this is the best taper for this side, blah blah blah. Oh, but this guy uses this guy uses that, blah blah blah. You must be wrong. Who's wrong? It's not about who's wrong. It is what it is. You know, I've done speed tests. I've done all kinds of things, and I've had people criticize how I do the speed tests. Oh, you're not holding them. You're not holding it long enough to take a shot, or you're not doing this and doing that. I'm like, look, guys, if you don't think that people shoot the way I do in that video, you should watch Deez shoot. Deez takes his shots, brings them back, boop, and lets them go. As soon as they hit his anchor point, he's letting them rip. You never ever see Deez hold a shot, and that guy can shoot. There's a lot of people like that. There's snap shooters, there's people who shoot, there's people who speed shoot. All the people that speed shoot do the exact same thing. Anchor, let go. Anchor, let go. So in the end, I wanted to show what the best, I wanted to show what the best possible, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I wanted to show basically what the bands can do at their peak performance. Now, I always say in my band tests that no, you shouldn't max out your bands. You will increase, here's the center line. You will decrease speed, but you will gain longevity by not maxing out your bands. And vice versa. If you increase your speed, you decrease your longevity. It's very, very simple. I know some people like to claim that they get maximum speed because they max out their bands and they get 1,000 shots out of them. I call bullshit. No way. How do I hold my pouch? I grab it like this, on my bone, on my finger. When I pull back, my goal is to keep my pouch open. And when I release, there's very little chance of it speed bumping when it leaves my hand. Yeah, you know what, Creedster? Are you a short draw person too? Or are you a long draw? Hey guys, just for the record, you see that top 40 mil flipper I'm shooting at there? We're gonna go take a close look at that thing in a second, okay? These are made by Timber 26, and they're sold by Omega Slings. Now, if these things pop back up on the website, or if they are there, I highly recommend you get yourself one of these. Not only are they nice and heavy, so when you hit them, they make a nice crack because of the leather. They flip around all over the place. Oop, got to hit it first. Had a little bit of a flinch there. But when you hit them, they flip around. Oh, okay. Let's finish the talking first. When you hit them, they flip around really, really nice, and they take an absolute beating. I'm going to bring you on down there right after my next hit, and we're going to take a look at it. And I want to show it to you because I've hit that thing so many damn times. It's got dents in it and weirdness, but it's holding up beautifully. All right. It's about time, eh? I know. Let's go take a look. Ooh, the grass is wet. All right. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this thing. I've got so many dents in it. This whole area here was all really, really nice and smooth before, but after hitting it so many times, it's kind of fluffed out. But look at this. It looks fantastic. I've easily got 2,000 or 3,000 hits on this thing already, and it's still going strong. If you get a chance to get yourself one of these, absolutely go for it. It gets my seal of approval. And the stitching, you see I'm hitting a little bit low on some of these guys, but the stitching on there is holding up beautifully. I don't know what he uses, if it's like a cotton stitch or whatever, but Timber 26 for the win, and you can never go wrong with the Mega Slings. Look at that. There we go. Back up and ready to go. Let's hit the Omega side. Hey K9, what's going on, buddy? You have a blessed day too, my friend. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. Vomit. Nylon upholstery thread kind of makes sense. It's very, very thick, sturdy, probably around 1 millimeter, and it's amazing how many shots that thing takes. How far? I'm about 11 meters away. I'm about 11 meters. I used to shoot just over here at 10 meters, but my dog dug a hole there, so I don't want to stand in it. And actually, right under the camera is all chewed up. You know what sucks, Mikey? I can't double tap the screen, but I'd appreciate if all you guys would do that. Give that screen a double tap. I can't even see how many likes we are. It's actually showing me 0. Is that right, guys? Have I gotten that bad? Oh, the Aries. Let me tell you. What a special slingshot. If you don't have one of these, I'm telling you, there's something about it. It's like it makes love to my hand. Holding on to this thing is absolutely wonderful. Oh, just got it. See that thing flop around? It's so much fun. I just wish that when it's out in the catch box, I just leave it there. I just leave it there all the time, so the weather kind of darkens it up a little bit. Sometimes it makes it a little hard to see in dark light, but when you first get those things, they're so bright, so nice light veg tan leather, and my goodness, it takes a beating like nothing else. I'm gonna keep that thing in the catch box until I chew a freaking hole right through the center of it, or that top loop wears out, one or the other. So I'm telling you, that thing is one of the best, if not the best, flipper on the market. Right up there with the Wasp. Right up there with the Wasp ones. Oh, that sucks. We were on a good roll there. Lex, oh man, I need a coffee. Get a coffee in you, Paul. It makes everything better. 31, I see 34. Cool. We're doing all right then. 39. Whoo, taking off. That spinner has a great sound. That's why I like it so much. Here, listen to the difference. We'll hit one on one of the Wasp flippers, which also has a pretty decent sound, but it's a little high pitched. This is like it's a big brother, those leather ones. Let's listen to this. Here we go. Here comes a Wasp one. Okay, sorry, I meant to say that was a test on the curtain. Here comes a Wasp one. Oh, it's always like this. Whatever. Eventually, I'll hit the wasp one and you'll hear it. I see you barely hear that one. We just caught it, but it was barely any noise. There we go. Got a good hit on it. You can barely hear it hit. See if we can get the yellow one too, just to show it some love. See, makes a hit. You can hear it. It's nothing fancy though. But that leather one. Oh, fuck. That leather one sounds so much better. And when you get a good clean hit on it, it gives you a good crack. Actually, gotta go fix that flipper. I'll be right back. I've been using this Dyneema cord for my flippers, and I kind of got like a love-hate relationship with them. When the cord goes across the side, it's very, very thin, so you could put many different sizes of flippers on there that'll take a good shot and it'll flip around. The only problem with that is when you tie the knots on them, it's very difficult to get the knot to be big to hold the flipper in spot. So it becomes a bit of an issue, and it slides back and forth a little bit. I got to find a way to figure that out, see if we can get that fixed up. What band is the GZK green thickness? I believe he goes from it might be 0.4 or 0.45, but it goes up in increments of 2. So you can get, if he's still doing it that way, I don't know, but you can get like 5.2, 0.5, 0.52, 0.54, 0.56, 0.58, 0.6, 0.62, 0.64. I used to shoot 0.62 and I used to shoot 0.66. Then I switched down to 0.5 and, well, there it is. Yes, I do have a video about anchor points. Actually, Web3, if you go over and you check out on my playlist, I have a thing called Quick Tips. Inside there's a bunch of good knowledge for you. Check it out. I cover everything: elongation of elastic, how to make your elastic, how to tune your bands, how to shoot high, how to shoot low, the difference in fork widths, the difference in anchor points. There's a whole bunch of different things that's in there. I think you'll find some good information in there if you're looking. Yeah, the curtain is nice sounding, eh? How should I prep for Canadian winter slinging? What I do, Paul, I have a good setup in my basement, but if I shoot outdoors, do you have any advice? Yeah. Usually what I do is I shoot 0.5 or 0.45 in summer, and I usually bump it up to 0.6 in wintertime. The extra thickness actually helps with the cold a little bit. It'll retain a little bit more of its warmth in there. I do recommend keeping your Slingshot in your pocket if you're doing something like taking a break or whatever it is. Sometimes what I do before I take a shot is I give it a couple of pre-stretches before I'll stretch it out and let it rip, just to get the activation going. But in the cold, as you get colder, your bands will get slower. So getting that extra thickness of elastic in there or changing your taper somewhat will help. Thin elastic, I haven't been able to shoot 0.4 successfully in winter, or 0.45 successfully in winter at all. 0.5, I usually have to go to a wider taper. Instead of shooting a, say a 22 to 12 or 22 to 14 that I shoot in summer, I'll go to a 24 to 12 or 24 to 15 or 25-15 in wintertime. But I find it's better to keep my regular taper, but just juice up the size. So I'll shoot 0.6 or 0.65. Usually 0.6. Oh, I'm not worried about it, dude. You know, it happens. It happens. I don't really care. It is what it is. Get a plastic bead and tie it to the flipper to hold it. Yeah, I might try that. I could put a little bead in between the flipper and the knot. That might help. I might give that a whirl. And the next time I do a rebuild on the Catchbox. Can I say skibbity diddy? No, I can't. Like the kids' plastic knuckle bleeds. Yeah, it's a great idea, Webb. I'm gonna give that a try. That may be what I'll be doing in here the next time I do a setup. Precise bands 0.65 or GZK bands 0.65 for accuracy. Which one of them will I choose? Precise bands all day long. I used to shoot the precise bands pretty much exclusively. I really enjoyed shooting them. Those are the like I have like an amber color or something like that. They're like somewhat clear or natural latex or whatever they call it. I love the 0.65, and actually that's one of the type of bands that I actually kept. I still have one roll of that left. Yeah, you see, Paul, I've had a bit of issues with the band testing. That's why I've kind of gone away from it a little bit, only because I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I can't get the same speed. You must be bullshitting." It's not the case. There's a whole bunch of things that can affect your speed and your draw weight and all that stuff, and it's weather. Just weather alone could change your thing. You could come out one day when it's 15 degrees out and then come out when it's 26 degrees out, and you're going to notice a difference in your draw weight and you're going to notice a difference in your speed. Also, I have a 29.5 inch draw length. Now, depending on which frame you're holding, some frames you hold like this, some frames you hold like this. Well, look what you just did. You added a whole inch to your draw length. This makes a big difference. Now, how you set up your bands, how you set up your draw weight, what the temperature is, you're going to get varying differences in speed. What I recommend, if you're really trying to figure out what's going to be the optimal band for you, I recommend you testing only with one frame, only with one taper, and come outside with a bunch of different bands and test them all on the same day. That's the best way to do it. And that way, you're going to eliminate as many variables as you can possible. But even just this, guys, perfect example of draw length. I got 29.5 millimeters inches. If I pull my back, I stretch more. Just a little flex like this. If I have my foot open in the front versus sideways, it's more. All these things make a difference in your draw, all of them. So keep that in mind when you're out testing. You have to stand the same. You have to have the same weather. You have to have the same draw. You have to have the same grip. All of those things make a difference in your draw length. That's why when I come out and I test my band, I always max them out. So as long as I can pull out my arm in a standard position, that's what I do. All of these things make a difference. Hey, thanks, Daniel. You know what? It's always a pleasure to shoot with Rex. He's such an awesome dude. He's such an awesome dude. And the fact that he hit 500 subscribers, it makes me happy, but also makes me sad because that dude deserves much more for what he gives to the community. Are thick bands in the oh my God, I had my Biden on there for a second. Are thick bands in the heat bad? No. Any plans of TTF related videos in the future? I've done one not too long ago. I shot my Crazy Power Mini no tie. But you know what? I am going to do one. I found a slingshot that I've had hiding for a long time. It's my GZK Sideways. It was a co-design between GZK and Nick Hagerty, and I might get that thing out before I send it off to somebody. Whoa, come back here. Zach, what's going on, my man? Yeah, that would be very interesting, Paul. It's a good idea to do that. A lot of times what I did with my band testing videos is I would come outside and shoot, and I would mention the temperature up outside in the wintertime. And then, because I wanted to show what the contrast would be between cold weather shooting and warm weather shooting, how much it affects the bands. Because a lot of people think that it is what it is, right? But it's not. And then I would go inside and I'd fire a couple of shots in my house, which is usually around the 70-degree mark or somewhere around, I don't know what they call it, around 27, 26, maybe 25 degrees, and 24 degrees in the house, something like that. And you would see the difference in speed, and it was pretty big. It was usually around 40 to 50 feet per second. We are all doing good. And hey, everybody, if you're looking for a good idea for a Catchbox, go check out Zach's Slingshot's video on his sling locker. That thing is freaking badass. And Zach, is that like a skateboard carrying case or storage case? What exactly is that thing that you used? Caffeinated, yes sir. Yes sir, I got a bit of the jitters now. I got three full coffees in me. Oh, you hear that crack? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Best flipper in the business. Whew. I gotta move over a little bit and shooting too much on a weird angle. There we go. Yeah, so if anybody's wondering, that's pretty much why I haven't been rocking the band videos that much lately. It's only because it just became too much of a hassle having to explain myself every single time. It was driving me nuts. It was like an old sports locker that I got for Christmas probably when I was 5 years old, and it's been, man, the thing looks brand new, dude. Myra, thanks, love from Canada. Oof. Man, yep, it's gonna be a rough day today. I should probably limit my coffee consumption to to two. I think I don't know, it was 3 or 4 cups of coffee I had. I'm caffeine ripping through my veins right now. I'm kind of jittery. Yeah, that's bad. Too much coffee. Yeah, those wasp flippers just don't. I mean, they shoot great. You hit them great, that's fine, but they don't make that crack. I miss that crack. Oop. Yeah, sad. It's fine. No, Zach Slingshots is his channel. Yeah, the wasp flippers are nice, man, and I really like those. I got the 2 new ones. There's the blue one. It's in my Catchbox up on the deck. It's a 25 millimeter, and the bottom one is a 12 millimeter. Both of them shoot really nice. Robert for the win. Thanks for posting that. All right, so I got a little. What do I do about the steel balls in the grass when I mow the lawn? Absolutely nothing. I just drive right over them and I don't care. I've never had one fly out. I've never had anything happen at all. They sink right into the ground, and with the dog running around and me walking around, everything just sinks. Never find them again. And all the ones that bounce out near the catch box, yeah, what Robert says here, I have a magnet sweeper in my catch box. Actually, I'll show it to you. Hold on, let me take one more shot. I'll show you my setup and what I got going on and how I deal with all that that crap. Boom. All right, let's go take a look. I'll show you. I'll show you what we got going on. So, in the catch box, whoop, we're a little bit loose there. See this little green handle I got in here? This is because I'm a lazy bastard. I don't like to have to climb in and out of that catch box to grab some ammo. But here we go. Let's reload while we're here. That one's a bit, who cares? We'll use it. Why not? All right, so it is extendable. So you're not wandering around like a weirdo. Let's get you back here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so basically, just come around, you'll pick up all your goodies, anything that's laying around on the grass. I've got a few bounce outs here, so we'll get a couple of them. Oh, just missed one there. Couple there. See? Pick those up, and not all of these are bounce outs from hitting the curtain. Most of them are bounce outs from actually hitting the target. Sometimes they go flying out, but I got this guy off of Amazon. I think it was on special. I think it cost me like $7. It was super cheap. But also in the catch box, I've got a hole down at the bottom. I don't know if I've given you the tour of this thing before. I think I have, but oh man. Hold on, let me fix this. Sorry about that, guys. A little screw in the back comes loose sometimes. Wiggle around a little bit too much. There we go. Hope I didn't make y'all seasick. But right under here, I can give the old catch box a shake. Fellas. For all you pasta eating dudes, I'm sure everyone's got one of these. You can pick them up at the dollar store. They cost absolutely nothing. They're dirt cheap. But that's what I do, is I keep this guy under there, and when they fall down through the bottom of the catch box, they load this guy up. And if I leave any in there, water will run through it still, and you'll get less rusty balls out of the whole deal. This guy, it's got to go. Ooh, almost forgot something. But that, my friends, is the current setup. Works pretty good for me. And every now and then, I do a little cycle through. I collect a whole bunch of balls. And for those of you who are around at the beginning of the video, you saw I had some sitting in some vinegar, kind of cleaning up a little bit. Well, that's what I do. Is I soak them in vinegar for 48 hours. The water turns from like a red to a black after it cleans up all the rust off them, and then I give them a rinse with soap and water to clean all the black stuff off them, and then they end up looking like these ones here in the jar. Pretty clean, looking pretty decent. And once that's done, I transfer into the other sink, which I have some baking soda, some water. I neutralize them, and then I leave them in the colander, dry them off. I get as much water out of them as possible. They go into a cookie sheet, and I throw them in the oven at 200 degrees for about 30 minutes, just to bake off any kind of water that may still be inside, so they don't continue to rust later. And they come out looking just like this one. Pretty much just like a gray steel ball. Perfect. And if you leave a little bit of patina on them, yeah, you'll get a little bit of dirt on your fingers, but they'll be less likely to rust as fast. We're finding treasure, buddy. We're finding treasure. I used a little Marshall bow staff with a magnet. Oh, that's really cool. They are super powerful. That's true. Hey, thanks, Rob. I really like that setup, actually. Me and my son made that Catchbox. It was one of our first videos when we got rid of the old swing set. We made that guy. What a big difference. It's a lot of fun. I think, though, if I was going to do it all over again, inside the Catchbox, there used to be like a little thing on the bottom with a screen. I would have left that there and kept it closed instead of having the colander down at the bottom, and just drilled some holes in there for the water to leak out. I would have done that instead. I am looking into getting another one of those to make a second barrel to hang right beside it, and yeah, we'll see what goes on. You know, the red magnetic slingshot with the logo of Tesla, what is your opinion on that slingshot? I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I have never seen it. I don't think I've never seen it. Oh, very interesting. With those old hard drives, I'm wondering if they would make a good necklace like this. Yeah, a gray patina. It'll help keep them from. Yeah, it's almost a bluing effect. It's pretty much the same thing. Hit it with an acid. Does your boy still shoot? Not very often anymore. I'm hoping I can get him to come back out and shoot with me at some point. It'll be a lot of fun. We had a blast earlier on in the beginning, and he was a good shot too. Oh, I'm pretty sure they would bounce off. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure they would bounce off. I think they would hit that. There's just too much speed. It would be a fun thing to try, though. That's for sure. Let's back you up a little bit there. Get a better angle there. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think I am going to remove or just roll up one side of that that curtain and just go with one side for now. I think it'll make a bit of a difference. When I hit high where it's tight, I get a little bit of bounce outs from it, from the weight. The flipper seems to take it. I got some good heat going in there. Got some good heat going in there with the with this 0.45 Omega slings. It's crazy elastic. I absolutely love this stuff. If you haven't tried 0.45 Omega slings, you really got to get your hands on some of this. The green is freaking phenomenal. It's amazing elastic. Actually, my next order, that's what's going to be on it, is more green, 0.45. I was originally a 0.5 guy. This ball is not going to hit anything. I really doubt it. It's rusty, look crazy. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, guys. I hit the farthest top right corner with that ball, and it went like a bowling ball going down the alley. Just hooked right up to the top. That's crazy. It's a good thing that we're not sling shooters, don't have catchers, because that guy would have ate that in the face. Oh, just caught the bottom of it. And whenever you get a really scaly ball, just toss those ones out. You're not gonna get that stuff off. Like, see something like this here? See how bad that is? Like, you can start picking little bits of it off. There's There's no counting on where this ball's going to wind up. I can pretty much guarantee I'm going to miss this shot. Yep. Yeah, those kind of ammos, I usually just shoot them right over the fence, or into the fence. Let's get rid of them. Yeah, because they're yeah, I gotta start tossing those. When you're shooting knuckleballs from a slingshot, it's never good. Not good for anything. You definitely don't want to have those things flying around and ricocheting like crazy, especially when you're shooting in your backyard. You don't want to hit anybody's house or anything. Yeah, so the really scaly ones either get tossed or I shooting through the fence. When I'm shooting at the pheasant head, I save those for those, and they get lost in the grass and they turn into earth. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. What am I missing here? The magnet shatter and throw sparks. I've tried. Oh, that's crazy. I have a pixel my magnet bracelet on Facebook in the Canadian Slingshot group a couple of months ago. Oh, I got to check that out. What would you choose between Wasp Apex and Enzo? And between the stylus and the slant roller? Okay. The stylus is probably my favorite simple shot slingshot. I love that thing. So I would pick that. The Apex and the Enzo is really, really tough. The Apex is a little bit wide for me, but I still shoot it well. The Enzo is just an amazing frame. I love that thing. So I don't know. I don't know between the Wasp, but for the simple shot, I would take the stylus any day. Packages are almost all packed. Oh, nice. Who's going to win, England or Spain? I don't know. I don't really watch football at all, or soccer, whatever it is they call it. Where you're at, you're probably a footballer. I'm a combat sports guy or a hockey guy, and really they're about the same. That was heartbreaking for the Oilers, though, this year, making it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals to lose in Game 7. And they've probably got the best hockey player of our generation, or of this generation, playing Connor McDavid. I hope he doesn't wind up being a guy like Matt Sundin, who was a dominant player his whole career and never ends up winning a Stanley Cup. That would be tragic. Oh man, a couple of misses, eh? Look at those misses. And the frame they sit in makes it for a real easy paracord for your neckline. It was a great comeback for the Oilers. Yeah, it was. It was. It would have been sweet to have them win, but it is what it is. But my goodness, that McDavid is a hell of a player. I can sit there and watch his highlights all the time. Something else. Holy smokes. 95 people in here. That's crazy. Tearing it up. Tearing it up today, guys. For those of you just joining in, we're shooting the Aries today, made by Tim Henry, who is an amazing slingshot builder. I've got a couple of his frames, and he does amazing work. This is designed by Tuck and Steel, for those of you who know, or for those of you who don't know. Another amazing frame. The The elastic on this thing is 0.45 Omega Slings Olympus Green. Now, I'm absolutely loving this stuff. I think it's fantastic. It's one of the best elastics I've ever shot, ever. For all around draw weight, comfortableness, smooth draw, speed, all those things. It's fantastic stuff. And I know you guys know me as a leather pouch shooter, but I will tell you this. If you've seen my my elastic test where I took a microfiber pouch, or was it 2 leather pouches? I can't remember. But I took 2 pouches that were very, very similar in size, almost exact size, and I weighed them out, and we tested the difference of speed of changing just between the 2 pouches, just having a different, a lighter weight at the pouch end, shooting all the exact same ammo. I even went as far as measuring the ammo, and the difference in speed was considerable. So when I ended up going, when I went going to these pouches, I tried these guys out, the Omega Slings microfiber pouches. I really, really like them. And the more and more I shoot them, it seems that I've got a cleaner release with them. And this funny little, I don't know what you call it, the Omega Slings maker's mark on there. I don't know how they get those in there, if they burn them in with a laser or whatever it is they do. But it adds just enough grip to still hold on to the pouch without having a vice grip on, and just being able to hold it gently and let it rip and release smoothly. I actually contribute this to a lot of my accuracy, believe it or not. The pouches do make a difference, guys. And if you find yourself, I know some people hold the smooth side because they think it's going to make a smooth release, but the thing is, you have to grip it harder. And when you have to grip it harder, it's harder to make a smoother release. So anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm going on a little tangent there. Hey, Chuck and Steel, what's going on, buddy? But this is the setup I've been shooting recently, and I'm really, really loving it. This is pretty much my go-to frame now. It goes with me everywhere. It's my everyday carry. It's the thing I like to shoot the most. I sleep with it under my pillow. I sing at lullabies, all that, the whole deal. It's a freaking amazing slingshot. And I'm hoping to add another one of these to my collection with that Python sexiness. We'll see if I can get my hands on one of those eventually, but that's it, guys. That's the setup for today. That's the go-to. We've tried a few frames today. We've had we shot the Spitfire from Tim, another one from Tim, designed by Chuck and Steel, and we shot the Sirius from Prime 4 Catapults, and now we're on the Aries, and we're doing much better with this compared to the other ones. Not that the other ones are bad frames, this one suits me better. And I've got, well, I practice with this guy much more often too, to be honest. I just love to shoot it, so. It's definitely a fantastic slingshot. So I'm actually in the middle of that bucket of balls that you saw up there that I've got soaking in the vinegar. That I'm actually shooting a short. We're actually shooting a short on that, on how to clean your balls. It's going to be a little bit funny, but I think you'll enjoy it, and you'll see the result in the end, where we started and where we ended up, and how well and clean the balls come when you're done. And yeah, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but in the end, you end up saving quite a bit of money by cleaning up those balls. I would suggest, though, if you're going to be doing any hunting or any long range shots, any long range shots in the, you know, where it would count, I would use brand new ammo. But if you're not, if you're just out here plinking in the backyard in the Catchbox, having a little bit of fun, don't worry about too much. You may miss a couple of them because they've got a couple of dings in them, or they're a little bit rusty or whatever, but they have rust marks in them or some oxidation. Don't worry about it too much. You'll have fun. You'll save a little bit of money, and you'll You won't have to buy as much ammo, which is kind of nice. Anyway, that's what I do. And it got to a point where I was going through around 10,000 rounds every summer by slinging them out in the woods and all that stuff, and not being able to recuperate my ammo. And that gets a little bit pricey, so you don't want to be just tossing those around and throwing them out all the time. And just for the record, I know some people get some cheap ammo where they live, but it's not like that here. If I'm going to buy, say, 1,000 shots, it can cost me anywhere in between $20 to $40, depending on what the market is at the time. And we've had less and less people that are shipping to Canada now, because a lot of the companies like BC Precision or what's that other company called that I buy from? They won't ship to Canada now because the shipping costs are so expensive. So I started buying off of Amazon or on, help me out here, eBay. I had found a guy on eBay, but now I can't find him anymore. But he used to be able to buy anywhere from 1,000 shots up to 20,000 shots or something like that. So the last time I ordered from him, I ordered a 10,000 round box that showed up at the door. The guy must have been cursing me because it got dropped off by courier and it was heavy as hell to pick that thing up. But I filled up my coffee can and a little bit extra, and I was good for a while. But now that I'm cleaning up my ammo, I'm not going to buy next year. I'll probably buy the year after. So that saved me a good $170. It's getting windy out here. Clean your balls, says Jordan Peterson. Yes, sir. Nah, the video stopped for a second, then it came back going. So is everything good now? I'm using carbon steel. Yeah, it did like a reset on my end too. Usually when it does that though, it brings my counter back to zero. It usually does that around two hours when I'm in there. This time it did it too, but my counter's still going at the proper amount. It's weird. Yeah, should have tossed that ball. Some of these things almost act like boomerangs. I wish they would come out with one of these, one of those flippers with like a little counter in there. You know, like those little step counters when you're walking around and it counts how many steps. I wish they would come out with one of those that would count how many hits you get, because it would be interesting to see how many hits one of those leather flippers can take. Because I mean, we've hit it quite a few times today, but I'm sure I've got like, oh, my band's starting to fucking die finally. Oh no. All right, last shot. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. I don't want to risk getting a frame hit, but oh, we might have had a little bit more in there. All right, that one's done. You still use 8mm steel? Yes, sir, I do. I have some 9.5 that I use from time to time. My screen went all white with the buffering wheel right now at 2 hour mark. Yeah, it happens all the time in 2 hours. Hit it at 2 hours, it gets all gnarly on me. I don't know why. All right, we're gonna go over to the Spitfire, see if we can get this guy settled there. We were having a little bit of trouble with it earlier on, but I think we'll get it. The big difference might be the leather pouch. It's a little bit heavier. It slows down the shot a little bit. Yeah, it happens every single time at the 2 hour mark. I don't know why. And the last two times it did that, it actually, I hit the 2 hour mark and my counter went back to zero, but it only shows up as one video at the end. I don't know if they've got some kind of a weird 2 hour reset or something going on it, but anyway.
The 0.5 feels quite different. Feels quite different from the 0.45. As the wind's blowing. Are you guys hearing a lot of wind noise or the highway noise? I've got the I've got it set up with the noise reduction. I think it makes a bit of a difference. Tell me if you guys notice a difference. I just want to try this out here. All right, take care, Brian. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. All right, so here we got the noise reduction on. Got a little bit of wind blowing at me. A little bit of wind. You can see the trees moving in the background and whatnot. Now I'm going to take it off. There we go. It's off now. Are you hearing more of the highway and the wind, maybe? Doesn't make a difference at all. I'm going to turn it back on now. This is, yeah, it's on the noise reduction now. Is there any difference? Big difference. Okay, so it's better right now, you find? It works well, eh? Okay, we're going to leave it on. All right. I'm pretty happy with this mic. The only thing that sucks is when I go on a co-live, if I have this thing plugged in and I'm chatting with somebody, I can't I can't get it to I can't hear your audio. It acts like a headphone almost. So I don't know, it's a big problem. I wonder if I had like earplugs in with the mic, if it would work. I don't know if it would work that way, but I might try it. Yeah, so I think from now on I'll just leave the noise reduction on and we'll go with it like that. But I'm really happy with this mic. I was testing it out the other day and I was talking to who's I on live with? I was on live with somebody. Anyway, I just started chatting and see what was going on, and I went and played it back just to hear what the sound was like, and wow, so much better than those little cheapies I was getting from Amazon. Trying to get the best possible quality for you guys. I started to film my videos now in the that resolution that's higher than 1080p, but not quite 4K. The 21 something or 22 something or 20 something, whatever it is. Anyway, and switched up to 60 frames per second to see if we can increase it. It's a little bit troublesome on the phone though, because I only have so much batteries, or I only have so much what do you call it, memory space in there to store it. So I have to get things in there and clear them out as fast as possible so I can keep the videos going. But I'm really trying to increase the quality of the videos and the quality of my content that I'm putting out to you guys. So I hope you're noticing it. I hope. If there's any difference or not, I don't know. Yeah, the mic is really nice. I'm super happy with the mic. The mic is spot on. I just wish I can get it working with the co-lives. That's the big that's a big nope for me. I can hear a bit on the phone, but TV is fine. Yeah, I know there's going to be a little bit of noise reduction, but some of the cheaper microphones that I had before, it would like cut everything out. You wouldn't hear the birds anymore or nothing, and then you would hear these funny ghost sounds. It was kind of weird. It's like these weird noises. I don't know what it was from, but no matter where I put the microphone on me, like close up to my head or bottom down, no matter what I did, it was rough. Oh, yeah, when I was looking through the Dremel, I heard all the expletives. Yeah, I was so pissed off. I'm like, damn it, where are all those things? Couldn't find my stuff. Yeah, and I was doing the old man mumble. Yeah, one of those deals. Yeah. You know, it's funny, sometimes I don't even notice I'm doing it. Yeah, I kind of wish I had the Omega Slings pouch on here, the microfiber one. I am having a little bit of trouble with this pouch. It's a little stiff, and it makes my release a little bit rough. It could just be I got to break it in, but I might wet form it. Now, basically, what I do with that, actually, guys, just to let you know how I handle this, is I put a little piece of ammo in there. I line up the pouch as good as possible. I get it good and wet, and then I take a piece of foam on either side, and I clamp it down with like a woodworking clamp. I squish it down, and the foam kind of holds the ball and squishes everything in together, all nice and even all the way around. And you end up getting like, it almost functions like a pit pouch. It's really quite nice, and it softens up the leather a little bit too. What mic is it? Hollyland. I think it's a Hollyland C2 or C1. Basically, it's got a funny. Actually, here, I'll show it to you. Okay, my mic's gonna go dead for a second, but here it is. Looks like this. Okay, it's got a little button down at the bottom that does some controlling, which I don't even really know what it does. But it comes with two different microphones. Nope. I'm talking without the mic on. I guess you probably couldn't hear me, but let's see if this thing gets back on. Oh, all right. Can you hear me now? You can still hear me. Okay, so it picked it up from the phone on the microphone. Okay, so basically it's got that little button there. It's a pairing button. So you push the two of them, everything works. It's a Hollyland, either C1 or C2. You can get a version for iPhones, and you can get a version for Android, which I am. I'm an Android guy. But it comes with two microphones, a little charging box. So you can charge it up, you flip it open, and you can put all your stuff in there and close it back up again. And it'll charge your microphone and everything back again once it's done. The only thing that needs charging is this little guy here. So if my mic does die, I can pull this one off and I can reconnect the other one and go right back at it. We could be live all day long, not a problem. So or I can actually have two people going. So I can actually have the microphone on me, and I could put the other microphone at the Catchbox, and you could really hear that crack when I let them rip. So that's what I use. It's called the Hollyland C1 or C2. I can't remember. Must be top secret military model. Gonna refresh again. Yeah, it's the Hollyland C1 or C2. Hopefully you got that. Anyway, back to shooting. Very, very good mic, but just be warned, if you ever go live with somebody and you have two people going at the same time, two people going on your phone is fine, but them using a phone like doing a co-live where you're not in the same room, not using the same device, it will not work. But it does an excellent job. The sound is phenomenal, and it's actually one that works well with the noise canceling, which is pretty nice. What's up, Les? Hit that like and subscribe button for me. Appreciate it. But I'm kind of pleased that it's actually cutting the noise out with the noise canceling. I don't even have one of those. It comes with two of those little what do they call them, dead cats or whatever it is, the little wind socks that go on top of them. It has two of those that come with it too, to really cut down the wind when it's nasty out. Hey, look. Can you guys see our bunny? See that little dummy? His survival instincts are 0. You got a guy out here shooting a slingshot. He's running towards the catch box. And if my dog comes out here, ooh, buddy, he's done. Hey, take care, Jeff. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Oh, it's Al. Al's leaving? See you all. Go to do some landscaping. All right, Al. Take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. You're the best. Yeah, I turned 49 in May this year. 49 in May. I feel like I'm about 60, though my body's all beat up from years working in the steel industry. 22 years kind of beat me up pretty bad. Got problems and broken bones that I never got checked and all kinds of stupidness. And here I am, total disaster. Gave myself some pretty serious cataracts from welding without a mask. By the time I was 42, not good. It's not. It doesn't pay to be tough sometimes, guys. I'll tell you that much. It doesn't pay because it makes the back nine. It makes the back nine kind of rough when everything in your body hurts. Yeah. I dropped a big metal pipe one time on my foot and just walked it off. But turns out walking it off took about 4 months. And by the time everything was all said and done, I went to go see the doctor, and they're asking me, "Oh, is everything okay?" I said, "Oh, I got this pain in my foot. It's been there for a little while." She's like, "How long?" About 4 months." She's like, 4 months? How come it took you so long to come here? And they gave me an x-ray, and I broke the very top of my big toe. And I guess on the joint where it attaches to your foot. And I took like a big scoop off of it. It broke up and healed sideways, so I can't even lift my toe up anymore. So every day, just out walking and doing my thing, it can be kind of painful, unfortunately. Whew. I picked up an 11 mil steel from the Catchbox there. I decided to give it a shot through the Spitfire. It was going pretty slow. Oh yeah, got a bad case of the musings right now. Back at it again. Who cares? I'm just a pup. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I feel like a pup that got hit by a car. Sometimes, yep. Yeah, I had a couple of interesting injuries at work. Had cut the tendons in my hand. Herniated a disc in my back. Actually, two of them. One of them was between my L5 and S1, and I can't remember what the. I think it's L4 and L3, something like that. Anyway, it skipped the disc and went up to the other one. Caused me all kinds of issues. These physically demanding jobs. Did that for 22 years. Before that, I was doing landscaping, which didn't help much either. I'm officially busted and broken. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Now I'm like mostly in the office doing purchasing and stuff like that for the thing. I still get out on the floor from time to time. I do purchasing for the maintenance department of the big machines that we run. We got a tubing mill and a couple of giant finishing lines. So we're actually painting, roll grooving, and reaming 20-foot tubes and doing thousands of them a day. So that thing rocks and rolls, makes some big money. So we got to keep it rolling. But yeah, it is what it is. Still get out there and get dirty from time to time, but no more craziness, no more busting the body up anymore. That ship has sailed. I'm done with that crap. Leave that to the young guys. Although I'm not very old, but 22 years time served in the steel industry, it makes you old real quick, unfortunately. I'm 64 and feel 30, and I wish I was like you, Lone. Let me tell you. Did the chat freeze again, or what's going on here? All messages. Let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. Fernanda Esparzo. How come you're so angry? What's going on? I'm 58 and I felt 27 years old last year. Not old, just well conditioned. Yeah. Maybe we need yoga with ATO slings. Yeah. Saturday morning yoga with ATO slings? Huh? How does that sound, Paul? Yeah. You call this the slinging warrior pose. We'll have to switch sides. Make sure you breathe. I don't know. It could be fun. Who's in? Who's in? Yeah. We'll call it drunken sling yoga. We'll do it with beers. Might be fun. I got my purple lycra ready. Yeah. The good thing about my yoga, there's no mats required, guys, so we don't have to worry about ringworm. It's going to be fantastic. Outside in the sun, getting it done. With a beer. Yeah, we'll have the drop ammo pose. So we have to go down and pick it up. Remember to bend at the knees. It's going to be great. Bro's going for Goliath. I actually have one of those slings inside. I have a custom shepherd sling made by Blind Squirrel Rock Chucker. And thing's a lot of fun. My dog loves it. Ripping tennis balls right across the yard, no problem. Oh man, how did I miss that? Like, seriously. That was like a ½ millimeter off. That was crazy. Yeah, it's funny. These offset handles actually shoot. They shoot a little bit low, and the fork width is exactly the same. It's kind of weird. I guess having everything shifted up that little bit makes the difference. I just got to aim a little bit higher. So instead of shooting at the flipper, dead center in the flipper like I do with the Aries, I'm actually aiming at the loop on the top of the flipper to hit it. And I end up hitting it a little bit low, kind of in the bottom half. Although that one was, see, that one was a little high. David is proud of you. Well, thanks. Oh, I watched the dinner. Oh, you're in trouble, Shades. Blame it on ATO. She can't get me from there. How many feet am I away from the target? About 36 feet. I'm about 11 meters away. Amber Ale and I'm in. Ooh, how about some Newcastle Brown? I love that stuff, man. I blame you a lot for that. I got you, Shades. You're my bro. Yards, I don't know about yards, but I'm 11 meters away. So I guess if I pace it out, I'm probably somewhere around 13 or 14, maybe 15 paces away. But meters, I'm bang on meters. This is actually, right here is actually my 10-meter mark, but my dog dug a hole here, so I don't want to stand in the thing, so I back up an extra meter. Can I say, hey, Fionn? Hey, Fionn. Can you hit that like and subscribe button? I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely got to get some work done on this pouch. This pouch is a little bit on the stiff side. It's giving me a little scuff on my cheek too. Gotta get that worked out. Get her all softened up. Once it's softened up, it'll be pretty decent. And in case you're wondering, those of you who are asking me how far I was shooting from, I'm shooting 8mm steel with the Aries Omega Slings 0.5 and a West Mitchell kangaroo leather pouch. And the target we're shooting at is a Timber 26 40mm leather pouch, leather flipper. Sorry. In case you're wondering what that lovely crack is coming from, that's the leather flipper. I don't know I can't remember who it was who mentioned about putting beads on the other side of that flipper, but that's a brilliant idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it'll keep it more centered for me, because it's a little bit on the heavy side, and it does a little bit of flipping around. So I think I'll definitely look into that and keep that little flipper right where it's supposed to be. Andrew Winner, WWW. I am from Canada. Where are you from, buddy? It won't let me put links in the chat, but Google it. I think it comes from BC. What are we talking about, Paul? You're looking for a link? Oh, you like IPA. Do you get Darkface 9000 out east? I don't think so. I've never seen it, but I can look around for it. I have a place. It's called Épicerie Prête. It's a little French dépanneur or corner store, as you probably call them out west, that sells IPAs from all over the place, mostly Canadian ones. But I'll have a look and see if I can find that one. I love IPAs. I'm an IPA guy. Is that the Aries? No, this one is the Spitfire. I broke the bands on my Aries today while I was out here shooting, so I gotta get another set put on there. All right, take care, Vaughn. Thanks for stopping in, man. You're the best. The aim point is different on each frame. Yeah, it is. Some frames, if it's an offset frame, you'll see like it's a little bit closer to the top fork than it is to the bottom. It tends to aim a little bit low for me, so I end up having to aim a little bit higher. I always use my fork as my aim point. My Aries is like zap on for the most part. If I'm missing with that thing, it's something that I've done. This one is a bit different from it. So there's many different slingshots. I know a lot of people say a fork is a fork, and I know I've said this already before, but there it is. Basically, some frames will shoot different than others. I've got a bunch of different frames that do shoot different than others. So that's it. Not all frames are exactly the same. There are different nuances to go along with them. Some like to, like I know I've mentioned this before, some like to be pointed, some like to be pulled. I have a frame that likes to be canted when I shoot. I have another frame that likes to be perfectly, most of my frames like to be perfectly square. There's lots of different things. Handle styles, fork length. So how long they come off them, how short they come off them. All of them are going to have something a little bit different in how you shoot them. Hey, Chad, what's going on, buddy? Did I call it? Oh, I was talking about the Aries. I was talking about the Aries because I just... Hey, where is my Aries? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was talking about the Aries, about how I liked it. But I broke the bands just earlier. So we're going to have to... I was talking about the pouch. That I liked the pouch that I was shooting on the Aries a little bit better than this one. This one was a little bit firm and causing me a little bit of issues. But that's what I was getting at with the Aries. Hey, take care, Lone Slinger. Thanks for stopping in. Frames definitely make a difference. I cannot hit anything with the Ocularis. With the Apex Plus, I'm like a sniper. Very true, my man. Very true, Paul. The frames do make a difference. Different types of fork tips make a difference. You know, the round ones, sometimes they're squared off, but they're a little bit rounded on the ends. A lot of these things make a difference. Do I find slings with sights more accurate? I absolutely hate slings with sights. I find when you have a sight sticking off of your fork tip somewhere, or one of those ones that stick up on top, they actually cover your target, which is a nope for me. You could possibly adjust those frames down a little bit so you can use the sight to aim at it, but just aim slightly under it. That would work also, but for me, it's a nope. I use my fork tip all the time, and that's what I use. I am not a sight fan at all. I much prefer to shoot right off the fork. Early on, when I first started out, I had a GZK Hammer Pro. I had a GZK Hammer Pro OTT and TTF version. Both of them came with sights. The OTT was a narrower fork, so I used the sight. But when I got my Titan Hunter, I realized that shooting off the fork, for me, keeps everything clear and open. And I stopped using the sights altogether. And there was a time where a lot of people started to put those little fiber optic sights on clips, and I had the same problem with those too. And now I just sand them all off, or I ask for them without the sight on them. That's weird, shooting a little bit left. Could be just because my flipper is over there. I gotta pivot my body a little bit. Yep, I'm gonna go fix that flipper. I'll be right back. Does a slant on the fork make a difference? The slant meaning where? These ones have a very, very, very tiny slanted fork, but are you talking about the slant up here? Because if you're talking about there, I do find it makes a difference. The difference between a S90 Titan Hunter and the Titan Hunter original, I much prefer the original Titan Hunter to the S90 because of the way the fork tips go. I love those green bands from Omega. They are the best. I love them too, man. They're fantastic. Slope fork tips do make a difference. Yep, I agree. Round bands or flat bands? I'm a flat band guy, but you can do great shooting with round bands as well. I'm still trying to figure that, Robert. Yeah, you know what, Jeff? Really, it's just going to take some practice, and there's no other way to really get around it. Just to show you something here. Let me get rid of this last shot. I'm going to show you something. So this frame here has got a very square tip. See that? Now, I had found that when you're pulling your bands, I don't know if I could show you this somehow. When you're pulling your bands, yeah, this is a good view. When you're pulling your bands, I tend to shoot these frames like this. Now you see how there's, let me get the nerd glasses on here. So you see how I've got a bit of a gap in there? When I'm shooting these frames, I keep my bands like this and I shoot off the band. See where the band connects to the fork clip? That's where I shoot off of, and I leave a little bit of a gap in there. When I try to straighten it out, if you go a tiny little bit too much, it will lob your shot off. So when I'm shooting, and I've got it lined up, and if I point it a little bit too much, my shot will go to the right. So in the case of a flat fork like this one, I do leave a little bit of gap. So when I'm talking about some frames like to be pushed, some frames like to be pulled, that's what I'm talking about. A slanted fork tip, you can turn your hand forward a little bit more and get more comfortable with a shot. But you see how my band is going over the back part of my clip there? That's going to cause my band to shoot off to the right. If I'm pulling it back here straight and I leave that little gap inside, when I let it rip, that's going to go right through the forks like it's supposed to. And that's what I'm talking about with pull or push. Some frames like to be pushed, some frames like to be pulled. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. So it is going to make a difference on how you shoot, but you could shoot good with both of them. This frame also has a point where it goes over, but it does have a slight cant to it. So I have to pull less, but what I don't want is I don't want my bands to be touching around the back part of the frame. It can cause issues. Anyway, I hope that kind of makes sense. What I was trying to say. You just definitely don't want to have your bands. It's okay if they're touching perfectly straight, but you don't want to have them going around the ends. You don't want to have it touching 2 points on your fork. Chuck and Steel has a video where he cut the ocularis tips off and made it to a wrap and tuck. Oh man, I got to check that out. Grip on the pouch. What do you want to know about the grip on the pouch, Dodgy? Dodgy Bones? What do you want to know? Talk to me, brother. Oh, itchy. Got a bit of a sweat going. Whew. Just caught the bottom of that one. I'm shooting low again. I really do prefer those microfiber pouches. This one is it's kind of thick and stiff still, causing me issues. I like the other one. I like the other one much better. There we go. Here, I'll give you a quick look here how I hold my pouch. I'll take a couple of shots with you guys looking at my ugly mug and see if you can see exactly how it is I'm holding the pouch. So my goal when I'm holding the pouch is I put it on the bone of my finger and I hold it with my thumb. And when I draw back, I want my pouch to be open, okay? Now I do a little bit of a twist when I'm holding my pouch, but I'll try not to do it this time so you can see. Are you guys able to see that at all? Maybe I'll get you a little closer. Here, let me get you a little closer. Have a look. You able to see that at all? Tell you've seen some people grab it like this. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've never tried it, and I don't want to do it with. I don't want to do it and actually frame hit my frame. I've also seen some people that shoot long draw. They grab like this, so they got that finger up there, and they shoot. Actually, I'm gonna try that just for shits and giggles. If I frame hit, make fun of me. Now that, if I lose my index finger, I'll be able to shoot like that. Actually, I think Tim shoots like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Tim Henry shoots like that. Actually, my index, my middle finger actually has a little more, a little less meat to it than my index finger, and it might actually, if I can actually get that dial in, it might actually make a better, a cleaner release. Ooh, I'm stinking it up. I've been shooting for a while. We're at almost 3 hours already. Still got 45 people in here. That's nuts. There we go. Beauty. Got to reload. Really, it does, Jeff. It really comes down to personal preference. I know there's a lot of people that that shoot the last 45 are like Thelma and Louise here to the driving off the cliffs. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's some damn dedication right there. I guess people keep on waking up and they just pop in and they see this live and they're probably sitting in bed scrolling and like, what's this old man doing? I'm sure that's the case. It's funny, that's what makes it hard to get off these lives sometimes. You know, you're at it for so long, having a good time, chatting with people, and some people dip and some more people pop in, and you know, you get to talk to all your friends in one day. It's kind of cool. Little bit by bit, keep popping in. It's kind of funny, you know, after I know I did that video a while back with talking about the sight picture and, you know, aiming, getting things all lined up properly and whatnot. And I find every now and then when I start getting tired, my focus with my eye and how I aim gets lazy, and I start zipping around all over the place, and I start missing. But when I'm able to get control of my focus and dial it back in, I start hitting again. And my hand becomes much more steady when I'm focusing on my fork tip, hovering above the target. But when I start getting tired, my view gets all messed up. But it definitely makes a big difference in how I'm hitting when I'm able to reel it back in and stop shooting lazy, because that's pretty much what the problem is. How long is your draw? 19.5 inches. There are many ways to hold. I hold the tips at the tip of the finger. Yeah, 100%. It's cool what Shade said here, actually. There's some people that hold it all the way down here, right at the fingertips, or even right at the fingertips. I've never really had any luck at like that. I always drop mine in on the finger bone just past the first knuckle. And actually, sometimes when I'm anchoring, I actually give it a slight little twist to it. I find it feels better. I can lock it in on my anchor point better like that. But there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that. Someone had a video where he used a marker on his fingertips to show some of the different grip styles. That's an interesting video. I would like to see that, actually. But that's probably the most important thing that that anybody can say is, like, I can give you a bunch of pointers on how to shoot, what to shoot, where to shoot, all those things. But really, you won't really know what works for you until you've tried a whole bunch and you find out what works for you. There's no one way to do anything. That's 100%. I mean, you can go out and watch a bunch of the greats shoot. They all hold something different. Like you watch Nathan Masters shoot sometimes, and he's got his frame cocked on a 45, and I'm like, how the hell does he hit anything like that? I don't know, but the guy's a legendary shooter. You know, you got Moan, who's got his own style. You got Chris Graffin's got his own style. You got me, who's got his own style. I'm not even a legendary shooter. I'm just a decent shooter. But this is the point I'm making is all these people out there have something different to offer. And really a little bit of experimentation on the shooter's part, meaning UI and everybody else in this chat can figure out what actually works with them. Sometimes if you ever get a chance and you see some of the Chinese shooters shoot over in at their World Cup that they do down there, holy crap, man. I seen a guy, he shot long draw. He walked in like this, grabbed his bands and did this funny thing, and he's all hunched over and weird. But the guy was going on the knockdowns, and he was just dropping them one after another after another. It was crazy. There's so many different styles out there. Have I tried long distance shooting before? Yeah, I've tried a little bit. I haven't really gone much past 30 meters though. But I've done a little bit of long distance shooting. For me, it's kind of tough for space. It's just hard to find a spot where I can really get out and try something really far. There was a video I had planned. There's a quarry that's around here, and there's a spot where the quarry is filled with water. I used to go there and do some fishing and had some fun there. And there's a nice ledge up there. And what I wanted to do was set up a can, walk all the way around to the backside, and take some shots with a frame and try to hit the can. And the distance was around 75 meters that I checked with my rangefinder, and I thought that would be fun and see what would happen. But yeah, it didn't work out. Luca, do I mess with back shots? The only back shot I'm gonna have is you. So see you later, buddy. Oh, you got him. You got to him before. Oh, did I get him or did you get him, Chad? Ah, we both got him. You timed him out and I tossed him out. Perfect. Hey, Andrew, what's going on, buddy? So Andrew, you working or shooting today, brother? My Hero Academia. How long does your merch take to get to Canada? Just ordered a shirt you had on last night. Oh, I don't know. It's pretty quick. In my case, that shirt took forever to show up for some reason. I think it got lost in Chicago. But I called them up and they got it to me in 2 days after that. My other shirt took me 2 weeks. So it was pretty quick. Hey, I got a challenge for you. Try to say my name. Somebody get Insane out of here too. He's another ass. I got a challenge for you. See you later. Wow. My troll game is stepping it up, eh? That's pretty good. Try acrylics sometimes. Set your pouch up for quick release. What do you mean by quick release? Like shooting high style, something like that? I could really let them rip if I want to, but my accuracy suffers if I shoot too quickly. I can pop a couple of hits in there from time to time, but if I really shoot quick, I get a little bit risky. Things get a little sloppy. But if you want to see somebody actually with some sick speed shooting, you got to check out Deez. Deez gets those shots off. really fast. So when I really line them up quick and I let them go, my accuracy suffers. But I mean, we're at 3 hours now. My accuracy is going to stink it up a little bit. You only got them because I was making a cup of. My draw is like 65 centimeters, and I find that's way too short. I tried anchoring on my ear, etc., but I don't get the accuracy like my cheek. What do you think? Stick with it or try different ones? Well, look, this is what I do. I do anchor at my cheek. I do my best shooting like this. Although, just yesterday I was live on Rex's channel, T-Rex, and I was shooting a pickle fork for the first time. And I started drawing back here with a bit of a tweak in my pouch just to keep it from hitting my face. And in the beginning, it was a little bit rough. It took some time. But on my first day, I was busting cans. And by the end of that shooting session, which was around 2 hours and 45 minutes long or so, I was starting to hit 2s and 3s in a row on a 40 mil flipper. I think if whatever you decide to stick to and you can work it out and you have the patience to work it out and you're not too concerned about missing that often, I would say stick with it and see where it goes. Try a couple of things, but not too many things at one time. Try to work out one problem, one issue at a time. And if you really need to figure out exactly what you're doing and how to correct things, shoot paper. Because yeah, you could shoot at a target like we're shooting at today, but if you miss, you don't really know by how much. Yeah, you could see the ball go, but it's really, you don't know how much. And what I would suggest is try something, tweak it a little bit, see how that feels, let 3 shots go, and see if you can keep your groups around the same spot. And then if that's not working, try something else, like maybe lift your elbow up a little higher or a little lower. Now, in my case, when I was shooting like this, I kept my fingers open, kept my hand open with a slight tweak, and if my elbow started to drop, I started shooting high. I had to get my elbow up higher in the same position and shoot from there and bend at the waist, and I was getting much, much more success. So just try to do one thing at a time. Thanks, Liam. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, you better believe it, Andy Lowe is faster. Andy's a machine gun. Another shirt idea for the trolls. Go fork yourself. That might happen. That might happen. I'm just going to wait for, I was actually thinking about that, and I got to wait for my pickle fork from Hillbilly to show up. Andy Machine Gun Low, 100%. Dude's an awesome dude. Awesome dude, great shooter, and the fastest draw in the West. Telling you. Andy is the man. Little 1/4 inch steel in there somehow. It's been a long time since I shot some 1/4 inch steel. That must have been one of the ones I picked up off the grass. Oh man, yep. We're 3 hours in and I'm starting to stink it up. Getting tired. A lot of shooting. There we go. Here we go, Andrew. The maker of this little beauty here is in the chat. His name is Prime Fork Catapults or Prime Fork. I'm not sure which one it is, but his name's Andrew Nwabi, and he is a legendary builder and a good friend of mine. So make sure to say hi to Prime Fork Catapults for me, guys. And definitely check out his Facebook page if you want to check out any of his frames. He does some great work. Look at that beauty. This is called the Sirius. And I'll be doing a review on this guy pretty soon. And also on this one, guys, just to let you know, we've got some 0.45. No, this is 0.5. Maybe I'm lying to you. I don't even know anymore. I think it's 0.5. I just cut them a little longer. .5 Omega slings with a West Mitchell kangaroo leather pouch, and this one's actually broken in and feels much, much better. The other one is a newer pouch, and it's very firm. Having a little trouble with it. Yeah, 100%, dude. Liam, it appears to be similar to darts with the technique required for elbow height. It is very similar to bow, shooting a bow as well. You want your, I've talked about this in my video where I'm talking about shooting high and shooting low. Basically, you want to keep your body as a T. So coming this way and coming that way. Once you've got that, you bend your elbow in for short draw shooters, line it up in your face, but you're still keeping that T shape. Now, when you're shooting back here, like when I'm shooting my pickle fork, I keep that T frame and I do this. If I get lazy, I speed bump it and I start shooting high. If I get this guy back up where it's supposed to be, I'm shooting straight. So it really makes a difference and helps you out. But bow, shooting darts, you know, you keep your elbow and you just let that arm go. Same kind of deal. Same kind of deal. It's a lot more technical than some people think. You know, their slingshots are considered kind of like a kid's toy, but the accuracy you can get with these things is absolutely deadly. And with proper technique, proper hold, proper skill, proper practice, you can get insanely accurate with this tool. We'll call it. And you can be popping shots in and out of that Catchbox over and over and over again. You can hunt with them, precise shooting, trick shots, card cuts, all that stuff. It's fun. It's good fun. Now that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. Somebody was asking me about the slanted tips. In this case, with this frame, I don't want to have any contact with the frame other than where my band's attached to my fork. So when I'm shooting these guys, I'm actually aiming down the bands only, and I leave a little bit of a gap. You see my fork tip here? When I'm holding my frame and I'm aiming down at the target, I leave a little gap. I don't point forward at all. I leave a gap and I shoot solely off the bands. Yeah, the whole the biomechanics of the whole thing, you know, the repetitions, the muscle memory, all that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Good way to practice. And in my case, it helps me with frustrations of life. I come out here and I get some shooting done, and I always go in feeling fantastic after. Oh, that was a really bad shot. Sometimes I get a little flinch going, little target panic issue. I didn't bring it out with me today. I should have actually. My prime fork Spitfire is one of my favorite shooters too. I absolutely love that thing. It's a little bit more chunky than the one made by Tim. It's got a little more beef to it, but it shoots beautifully. And I recently had a Fun Shot Friday video with it where I hit the wiffle ball from about 30 meters out. It was a lot of fun. It's a real ass-kicking slingshot, just like this one. Actually, this one shoots real well. It took me a while, you know, to get on point with this one. But I think it had to do with the little clip issue I had with it in the beginning. Now that I've gained confidence back in the frame, I'm shooting it more confidently and got a lot better shooting going on with it. Now that I got over that funny little issue I had with the clip or the riv nut. I don't know if anybody's been counting how many hits in a row we've just got on that thing, but we must be around 5 or 6, I guess, maybe 7. It's a nice frame though. It really locks in the hand well, and it's, oh, just got that one. It's a little bit on the chunky side, so you fills your hand up really nice too. Shoots pretty good. Hey Robert, since you're on here, buddy, I would love to get you on a Sunday morning coffee chat one of these days soon. Would you be down? Let me know. What did I miss here? What did I miss here? I just started a few months ago and I'm loving it. Like Mark said, I'm the same. It's my Zen moment. Really, man, it is. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the, like a trigger. I've got one of those I have to get the proper pouches for it, but it might work pretty good. Are you in Canada? No, I'm in Texas. Yeah, let me know, Robert, if you're down for a Sunday morning coffee with ATO. I'd love to have you on as a guest, buddy. Oh, I got one more shot, then I got to reload again. Oh, glasses. I'll hit you up, Mark. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Oh, all right, I think this will be the last reload, guys. We've been at it for a while. I got maybe another 50 shots in me. Whew. No, homemade slingshots. Do me a favor. Post your link to your channel, or if you can't post it, somebody, one of my moderators, please post homemade slingshot channel up here, and let's see if we can get him some subs. Means if you can get an archery, I use a compound recurve and a horse bow. Oh, nice. I'll have to finish off that that short today about cleaning up your balls. But I'll tell you, that vinegar does a great job on it, and it really knocks off any kind of scale or anything you have on there. But if the ball is a bit too chewed up, you got to toss that thing out. But you'll definitely save some money and save some time just by not have to wait for your ammo to show up and get overpriced. And I know you guys from the UK, you guys use balls of steel, and apparently they ship quick and their prices are good, but we don't have a place that's like that around here in Canada. They charge the shit out of us for steel ammo. I wish I could find a place that was local enough. I found one place one time, guys. It was, we run out of juice here. Oh yeah, we are. I found one place that sold some ammo, and the price was really cheap. It was like 18 bucks, 17, 18 bucks for 1,000 shots, which is not so bad, but not great. So I decided to check them out, and they were going to charge me $80 shipping. Yeah, 80 bucks. So I kindly refused and went back to my guy on eBay. But the last couple times on eBay, I couldn't find his page anymore. So anyway, I'll see if I can find another place that's pretty decent. Every now and then, if I see one that pops up on Prime, I'll buy a round of 1,000 or 2,000. So I'm not paying shipping if the price is fair enough, but it's not always fair enough. So, but I gotta keep those ammo in stock. So for the time being, I'm just cleaning them up and shooting them again, and that's it. It's the best way to do it. What do I think of the series so far? I quite like it, buddy. It's really nice. First of all, the fit and finish of it was great, except for that little problem that we had with the rib nut. But the fit and finish of it's fantastic. It's a beautiful looking frame. It holds really nice, very comfortable, and it's actually nice and long about this. So for me, 2 thumbs up so far, and we could do some decent shooting with it. I am gonna have to do a review on this pretty soon. I'll probably see if I can get it done next week or sometime during the week, but I wanted to get some shooting done with it first and really get comfortable with it. But so far, it's another great shooter from Prime Fork. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, the old man's getting tired. Is that the Saunders spin trap target? No, we can't get the, I can get this, that's another one, the Saunders spin trap target. I've been wanting to get one of those, and I wish they would put them up on Amazon. Basically to get some, to get one of those things in my yard and do some shooting, because I wanted to expand my target range out here. But it's going to cost like $130, I guess, for the target itself, and the shipping was like $70, $80. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $200 and something for that when I can buy a $50 bucket and then make it myself. So that's that. Do I have any tips for me? I just got into slingshots. Okay, if you just got into slingshots, I do want you to go ahead and check out my playlist. It's called Quick Tips. Inside there, I've got all kinds of information that will really help out anybody just starting out, and it'll get you it'll get you over that hump when you're first starting out to figure out a bunch of stuff. It's definitely worth it to check that video, that thing out. All kinds of stuff. It'll really help you out. Lots of good information to start out with. The most important thing I will say for anybody starting out, don't go too heavy. Start off with 0.5 bands or so, 0.5, 0.45, shoot 8mm steel. Get your technique down first, because if you're trying to aim at something with a heavy draw weight, you're going to be all over the place, and your accuracy is going to increase much slower. And I guess one other thing, since you're here and I got you, your release is a big thing. Most of your problems shooting with accuracy is going to be from your release. I highly recommend trying to smooth out your release as much as possible, and that'll solve a lot of your accuracy issues and really tighten up your game. So if you find that you're shooting all over the place, kind of wacky, try to soften up the release a little more, and do that each time. Hold your pouch, so when you draw, your pouch will stay open, kind of like this. See how it's open, it's not closed. So you got to keep it open, and your release will be smoother. And then gently let go of it. Don't let go of it too quickly. And the more straight your shots will go, and the more accurate you'll become. You know, in archery and in rifle shooting, or that kind of thing, they used to say that your shot should let go, or when you're shooting, it should be kind of like a surprise. You're going to slowly squeeze, and it lets go. It's kind of similar to that. I guess you could say I want to be more deliberate with my release. Like when it's time for me to let it go, I'm going to let it go. But I do try to slowly let go. Like I've got my shot on target, I'm posting, I slowly start to let go, and then it just lets go. So I don't really know that I'm letting go. I'm just releasing the pressure until it slips out of my fingers. And that's how you keep your release nice and tight. Anytime, Andrew. I love you, bro. You're the man. There are videos. Yeah, there's lots of people who do that, man. Yeah, pit pouches will also help you when you're first starting out. That's what I started out with too, was a GZK pit locating pouch. Made a big difference. It'll definitely tighten up your release a little bit. Get you nice and balanced and even. Ooh, I'm stinking it up now. Yeah, we only got a few more shots left. This one's gone on for quite some time. We still got almost 50 people in here. We're almost 3.5 hours. Man, it's crazy. There we go. Just a little touch, but it was a score. I find one of the major struggles I have over these long shooting sessions like we've had today is my anchor point after a while gets so desensitized from being touched because we've gone at it. I don't know how many shots I've shot today, but we must be somewhere around 400 or 500, I guess. So it must be somewhere around there from up on the deck to down here after. But my anchor point starts to get a little bit desensitized, and when I'm trying to get back into the exact same spot, it feels like I'm in the same spot, but I'm not. And I end up going high, going low, and you'll see sometimes I deliberately take a break if I've missed too many times and I come and chat with you. I do that just to get the anchor point. Start feeling something again. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, that's the truth. Here we go. I listened to almost all of it too. Great loud. Chuck and Steele, you've been here the whole time, buddy? Appreciate you, man. You're the best. Hold on, Paul. He writes here, we're all ignorant at the start, and I'm still in the learning process. So am I. So is everybody, man. This is something that it's a constant work on your own system. So basically, you're always going to be fine tuning things and testing things out, testing new things, just trying to get lined up and find the ultimate thing for you. Also, as your body changes and you're getting a little older, maybe you're gaining weight, maybe you're losing weight, maybe you're moving around, these things are going to adjust a little bit. You may have a pain in your shoulder and you change things up a little bit to do that. All these things happen. So it's kind of like an evolution that never really ends, sling shooting, which is kind of fun. That's what I like about it anyway. It's all about the evolution. And it's actually fun because, I just started learning how to shoot pickle fork. I did my first shoot with it live yesterday. And I had an absolute blast chatting and shooting with Rex. And got to learn a new skill. It's just kind of hard not to try to learn everything at one shot. I really highly recommend, before you get into any other styles or anything like that, is fine tune what you're doing now first. Get your release set up. Feel comfortable hitting the targets, that kind of thing, and then slowly start adding in different styles, or maybe, you know, go to long draw or go to short draw, whichever way you start. Picking up wider, thinner fork widths, and experiment on designs and styles. And while you're doing that, it will make you a better shooter. And there's one thing I highly recommend, guys. I know everyone likes to hit the target. Challenge yourself at every time you do that. Missing is not a bad thing. Missing is a learning opportunity. So take your shots, try ridiculous shit sometimes if you have to. Like the other day, I was trying to hit a squirrel ball from 15 meters. I got 1 shot out of 5. I was super happy about it. You'll see that in an upcoming video. You know, I did a shot from 30 meters back. You could see in one of my Fun Shot Friday videos. I did a 30-meter shot on a wiffle ball, and then I did another 20-meter shot, hitting 2 in a row. So the first one got it moving, the second one I hit it on the move. These are all fun shots that you could do. Yes, you're going to miss, but you're going to get hits. And all those things, figuring out all those things, all those aspects, taking in all that information and making your shots happen is going to make you a better shooter. Don't be afraid to miss. I'm still here now on a mooch about 10 miles from where I started listening. Holy smokes. Does that mean we're going to have to be on here for another 3.5 hours to get you back home, Damien? Let me know. I hope you're walking a loop, buddy. Oh, a little low. A little low on that one. Yeah. Yeah, we're coming to the time where I got to wrap this one up. I'm starting to get a little tired, and the fingers are starting to hurt. Oh. Getting bounce outs like crazy too. Yep. We're gonna finish this one off with a miss fest. I think I got 2 shots left. See if we can get back on that track. There's one. Here comes the last shot. There we go. Oh no. I have to stop trying different things. Stacking shots Thursday night, but unfortunately it was into the web of my hand. Ah, that sucks, dude. I went through the honey-do list while listening. Yeah, I do the same thing too, guys. Whenever you guys go live, I end up popping up a live, and I got my dishes going. I'm cooking supper, doing all that stuff, and having a great time. Well, Robert Patton just posted up Omega Sling's website, and just to let you know, guys, if you want to get some of this elastic, head on over there. I highly recommend it. It is the bomb. I like their elastic. I love their 0.5 in green, their 0.45 in green. I love their 0.5 in white. Great elastic all the way around. This stuff gets some shots down, and we've got, I've shot these bands in the last live I was on with these, and we shot a whole lot of shots with it in this live. They're still going strong. They still look great. No nicks, chips, stuff, scuffs or scratches on them. There's probably somewhere around 300 to 400 shots on this set, maybe even more so far. So I'm just saying, guys, head on over to OmegaSlings.USA.com and you will get yourself some fantastic elastic. Alrighty, my friends, I'm gonna wrap this one up. You guys stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys, are freaking awesome. Thanks all of you for joining me today. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.